DFZRadio.com.
Welcome.
We don't smoke to get high. We smoke to survive.
Oh, bang, bang, not
That means smoke my medicine.
Oh my
That's
God.
what's up. We were just talking about some other shows here on DFZ Radio.
I'm just learning
The
about
network
this show,
that
too.
allows us to do what we do every Monday night, the Plug Gaming. But we were talking about Unc Emo and his Reverend Herb show on Thursdays, and Rock was you know, the man. He's Unc Emo. He's what is his song? 6-year-old rapper with a bad knee.
On their ass.
He's an older gentleman, and he gets down like a young man. He don't smoke to get high. He smokes to survive. That's the real shit. If you really think about it and delve into that and then his story, it's fucking deep. It's very simple, but it's deep, and I love it.
Yeah, Thursday nights, guys.
Thursday night, Unc Emo, he lets you in. He lets you get in on. What does he talk about? He's a advocate for the legalization of marijuana throughout the nation, federally. Yeah. He is a rapper.
This year.
He is
now he's an actor.
He is a community leader of his own regard. He does a lot.
And he is the voice
of the Reverend Herb show.
Yeah.
On Thursday nights, DFC Radio. So we are very, very diverse on this network. We'll just say that. We do a lot. And tonight we're going to do
cover the scope.
Some of the video games.
Let's go, dog.
But yes, Dutch Master here, Rocky across from me.
You know it.
Free Sampler, Samgasm.
All the names. Every Sam pun you could think of.
Sam
Christmas
the
time,
man.
it's Samta.
Down at the end of the table.
Samantha. That's a pun.
Nope.
No.
Rock had it.
I thought it was funny. Worth a shot. Whatever.
Anyways, we've been getting down on some video games as of late. I've been playing.
Too many.
Yeah, a lot of games. I've had a variety. Some I didn't get to.
Played 2 games.
We said we were going to do some. We said last week we were going to do Crackdown and Black Desert.
And
well, we did Crackdown.
Sure, that happened.
And he did Black Desert.
Barely.
I didn't even get to it.
It's okay. You didn't miss much.
I don't even know what Black Desert is.
But it looks really great. It's good. It's on PC. It looks great on PC.
It's got great visuals, but so
that's
far
also the
gameplay,
beta.
I would tell you,
beta.
yeah,
and
right.
and it's a port over from PC to console.
So they'll have a lot of balancing
There's
to
going to
do.
be some issues,
But
especially with
Neverwinter released looking better than what I saw.
Yeah,
and I would just recommend getting into Neverwinter because that game is free and fucking dope and super built on now because they've come out with tons of updates.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So it's better than what it was because I had downloaded it.
What, Black Desert or Neverwinter? I played Neverwinter from when it released on Xbox for a good 2 years.
Yeah.
It was it's a free to play
No, I'm
MMO.
saying, is it
but
better now?
Oh yeah, because they've added on top of more story and
Yeah.
raids and shit like that. There is guilds that have when I first started, there were no guilds.
Gameplay wise, excuse me.
Oh,
gameplay wise, is it better? Or is it still
They've
the same?
cleaned up a lot. I mean, it was cleaning up throughout the course of me playing it.
Okay.
And then I fell off it, and then I tried to get back into it one time, and I was like, oh my god, everything's too advanced for me now.
Oh, okay.
But I had I played that game long enough to this group of people I would just late night run raids with. We are running all the dungeons. We started a guild once that released. We built that thing up.
What was the name of the
all
guild?
Cool. I don't even remember anymore.
Was it?
Damn.
I thought it would have been
It's
one
been
of
a
those,
while. It's been a while.
Supposed to be clever.
It was probably. I didn't come up with the name. It was the British guy. He already had it going.
That's even funny.
Always.
It's always
they rule the
Brits,
kingdoms.
Man. It's always the Brits.
Yeah,
There's a Brits. There's a British guy in my clan.
Sam. I needed that support. That joke needed
PC
support.
For Destiny 2, so it's always a Brit.
Oh yes.
We don't have one in our
Anyways.
clan. for our
And that's why
we can.
do that again.
So what you're saying is,
I want.
what's got? All right, let's
Okay,
I
but
want
that
that
means you're
Rocky
gonna
the
actually have
rest
to
of the
join
show.
the party.
He's gonna have
You're
to
actually
play video games.
Yeah, you're gonna have to actually join the party and come out of the
I play
shadows.
video games. I
And come out of the
disappear
shadows.
offline,
You're gonna have to
dog.
come out of the shadows if you're gonna want to be that
I
guy,
know.
that English guy.
I'll come out the shadows.
I
Why
don't
don't
know.
you do that?
Who
Why
scared
don't
you
you do
into
that?
the shadows in the first place? Why you
Motherfuckers,
hiding?
dog, because
Why
I be
don't
trying
you
to
do
play
that?
games and then I get invited to parties
But then-
where a motherfucker just
Rocky
beat her
plays-
like
Hey,
this.
We always have a party going, so
Rocky
just join
plays
the party.
but Rocky's other set of people that he plays with are super annoying.
Okay, but then
We'll just say that.
join.
And they just join
Here's the
parties.
trick. When you get on
Don't
that,
say that.
just like look for the parties that are already up.
Dude,
and
I would join.
ours.
I would join some to like go play the division, and like the group set of that play division. It literally is, there's not one moment of silence.
Yeah.
It's whatever that person has going on, plus the 6 people that are at their house.
Yeah.
Whatever they got going on too. So that's incorporated. Plus, Rocky's got his music on. The
Yes.
other guy's got his music on.
Yes.
The other dude's got his music on, and then they're all arguing about whose music is better.
Yeah, it's the Liddy hour.
No,
Let's
yeah,
only get
and
litty,
it- and
litty,
it's like
litty, litty,
it's- yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
You know what?
exactly
you
what
can
is
stay
going on.
offline. I'm good where I'm at.
But no, at some point, you're not playing that game, right?
Yeah.
You're no longer playing Division, and then you're playing something else. But that guy still wants to hop in on your chat that you only met
he
one
wanna be in
time
your
before.
chat, and he'll bring his squad to
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
okay, don't even
And
trip,
he-
because he want to kick it.
And he only
But he don't
yeah.
want to come through and kick it. He just want to kick it online and be playing with
What'd
he
you-
I
plays.
know. I've been in some of these. I
Oh,
just.
my God.
or
Wow.
they join and then don't say anything.
Because this the thing, Kingdom Hearts
Which
got a
is even-
storyline, and I'm
it's
playing
weird.
that. You know what I
It's
mean?
weird.
So I'm listening to the
It's an
story,
audience.
and motherfuckers want to come in talking and, you know, having the Liddy hour, and I'm trying to really know the game. Because
That's
I
fair.
like
Or
this.
there's like was actually the everything that I explained previously. Plus, there's not 8 people max allowance in the chat, but there's only 4 on your team.
Yeah.
So there's 4 people in there talking about other shit that doesn't really even pertain to you in any way.
And they might be in
the video
another
game.
Yeah, this is-
And they're in this.
Yeah,
No, they're
the
playing.
pains of
and they're-
gaming
They're
on-
playing.
with your
They're
friends.
playing Division. Well, you know.
No, I agree though
acquaintances.
too.
They're
Some
acquaintances.
people
That's why
just
like
have
half of them
no
are muted and they never know.
Manners. I guess. Am
Well, there aren't
I
a lot
old
of
manning by
manners.
saying that?
There's not a lot of manners on
Oh, man.
Etiquette.
party chat. Like,
All
you
bullshit
just kick
aside,
people
if
they're
you
not
come to
good.
one of my
I
parties,
still
dog,
play games
it
with
got
people.
Xbox spirit
If
behind
I'm
it, dog,
eating
no
chips,
matter what.
I like fold my mic away or I mute it when I'm eating shit, and then
Your
I
boy
only
Matt Chan
unmute it
doesn't.
to like talk into the mic. Like someone
Your boy
out
Matt
there
Chan doesn't.
is chivalrous.
The etiquette.
Yeah, it's no mic etiquette. It's like, oh, are you enjoying the Cheetos? Are they good? Well, hold on. Oh, now is it on your neck? Now you just put the mic straight on your neck, huh?
Oh, man. You know the worst is when they've got hiccups. Like
I burp a lot that unintentionally into the mic, and it's just because like I'm burping and I don't really realize it because it's just like a pass. Like it's like if I farted, like I'm not gonna like move my, you know what I mean? So I don't think about it. But that's one thing I noticed.
I'll put the mic
After I
down by
burp,
my ass.
after I burp, I'll be like, oh shit. I try to say excuse me too, even if I cough or anything like that. I try to, you know, because I'll be coughing a lot because you know.
I like mine
We
has
keep
like
it
a
safe.
quick mute on the side. So I
Yeah,
have like an
my
easy
mute
switch,
button
which is nice.
broke, and I've been trying to explain that to people that I've been gaming with. I'm like, dude,
No,
if
I
you
get
like
that.
hear me,
The
like,
volume on mine is
say some
breaking.
weird shit or say something about you, it's not personal. I can't mute my mic.
Oh man.
I enjoyed
I was
one
like,
of
you
your.
get-
On
you get-
today's
you get to
lessons
hear-
in
you get to
internet
hear
etiquette.
everything.
I
You
went
get
to
to
one
hear
of your
everything.
streams the other night, and I was like, dog.
I know. I said what's up, and then you already had left. So thanks, dude.
The story
No, I
of the day.
appreciate.
No,
I
no.
appreciate the view.
This is a great like PSA. Mute your mics when you don't got shit to say.
Shit, man. Not the people I play with. None of the people I play with like that.
Yeah, but we just
Everybody
talked about
that
how
the
they have
people-
no etiquette.
They all
and
have
this
something
is a
to
lesson
say
in
there.
etiquette.
They
Yeah,
all
I'm making
somehow
it
have
bad.
something to say.
And don't say something like, "Oh yeah, we
Oh,
just
yeah.
did that." Oh, nigga, we'll slide in there right now and get on y'all ass. You'd be like, "What the fuck, dog?" Any game you
I'm about to
play.
join your server.
Oh, watch this, dog. And I don't know how they know this shit. They know how to join your server.
You can do it in a
Like,
lot of
straight
like
up.
from the home menu of PlayStation or Xbox. It allows you to just join someone's session, and as long as there's an opening to join it, it'll throw them in there.
I
Most
mean,
of the
no, like they'll be the bad guys in my server.
Oh,
Be
dang.
the bad.
I
Like
don't know how
on
you do that,
Division,
then.
it's like that, dog. Like
Yeah,
if you're in the dark
Division
zone,
Maybe
because
Division has
because
options for
Divisions
it.
no Divisions only has a set number of rooms.
Oh, okay.
So the
you can
server
see what
amount,
room they're
yeah.
in.
So it's not like it's like so they're areas.
It's
right?
like
You based
it's
off
like
of your
Dragon
areas.
Ball Fighters. It's like you
Yeah.
pick the room you go. You can
like-
pick the room, or you could just end up.
So
in
like
one.
you can cycle the servers for like it's kind of like Destiny.
I've never changed my server.
It's kind of like
I've just been
Destiny.
playing.
Well, Rock,
Yeah.
you've never done it,
That's what I'm saying. I've never done it.
but it's like when we would do Escalation Protocol, and
Yeah.
we try to cycle one where we would see the people that we would. So basically, I'd
There's
have
ways
like
to cycle.
I'd have
through
like
the
6
servers.
people
Yeah.
in my party, only 4 people on or 3 people in my fire team, and I'm trying to get these other 3 people in there, and then have them separately invite another person. So literally, I'll join in with my group, or 3 of us will separately join in at the same place, over at the same time, and then we'll just cycle it until we see one of each other.
And for like Destiny players who don't know how to do this, that are hearing this, it
all about
works when
timing.
you're solo. It's like anytime you fast travel to a place
Right.
on the map,
Yeah.
it'll actually, if you're
But the
solo,
general
it'll just throw
load-in,
you in
too.
whatever
Yeah.
server you can fit in.
The general
So-
load-in, though, is what
Yeah.
I was talking about originally, is how you can spark that off, is just
Yeah.
flying in totally new with 3 guys, getting 2 of you in there gets you the potential to have 6 people. Right.
And then you just start messaging everyone on the server, and
Yeah.
they're like,
And then you
playing
contact the guy.
Escalation? No.
You
Then
invite
can
him to your
leave?
party, and you get the guy that's just not weirded out by it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, dude, fuck yeah, I want to do this. I need to get the shotgun." You're like, "Perfect."
And then you make a new friend for 30
Kick
minutes.
your buddy.
Y'all get your shit.
But yeah, that's how
Oh,
you do
man.
it, and it's doable. But that's like what you've seen.
I
it
love
in
that we figured out how to mole our ways
But
into
you've
that
seen
shit,
it in
though, still.
Fortnite. You've seen it in battle royales where
Yeah.
people are stream sniping. That's the same shit. It's you just a timing issue. On the same trying to get in the same place at the same time. That's what you do. Load up the same instance, same time, and those you just keep.
And I'm
doing it.
sure if you're following someone's stream too, you can just be visually like, oh, they're about to load the server.
Yeah, you
Load
just look for-
server.
you-
You got
yeah,
a better chance right
that's
there.
What, that's what you do, and then
Yeah.
you just look for the kill feed. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, there he is. He's on. We're going to Tilted Towers. Kill Ninja.
Everyone against
And then you're
Ninja.
banned. Dude, Ninja is taking a hit.
Yeah, but so
That's
is
what
Fortnite.
I want to talk about
Dude,
right there for a
Ever
second. Let's
since
talk
New
about
Year's
that.
Eve.
Oh my God.
Ever since NYE. Hey, everybody.
Oh, everybody can dance.
Oh, nobody's doing the dance with me. Come
I
on,
guess they
someone
just don't
please
want to
do the
dance. It's like
with me.
it's like no Ninja. Those are just like the normal America, and they don't know who you are.
Oh, it
They
was so
didn't.
funny.
The world doesn't look out for you all
That was-
the time
yeah.
like you have been, and they didn't pay Fortnite fans. They paid regular ass Americans to
Yeah.
show up and sit in the rain.
People went there to drink.
Yeah.
They don't. They're not. They're gamers are
You
a
got-
different breed.
Was dancing, dog?
Yeah, he was trying to
He
get
is-
everybody in the crowd to dance, and no one moved, not even a muscle.
He is the gaming celebrity latest, and so he was at the New York.
He gamed all night. It was a huge thing on
Yeah.
Twitch. They presented it
the
on
Times
everybody's
Square thing.
channel. It was actually disgusting.
he
if
was
you get into it.
he was at,
It was gross.
and so like yeah, it was great.
He was promoted on every Twitch promoted him and this this New Year's Eve fucking stream to everybody on Twitch, and it was promoted on other people's channels.
But it
so
was
you'd
just
be
Times
watching-
Square, so it's not like gamers go to Times Square.
Exactly,
for
they're
New Year's
actually
Eve.
playing video games.
There's most of us, yeah.
Why would that even be some shit somebody give?
Well,
a
it's
fuck
like, why do they
about
have
on
the
New Year's?
Fortnite guys at
Because
the Super Bowl?
sometimes the random person ends up on Good Morning America. It's that
Too
kind of
bad.
shit,
Too bad.
you know?
Too bad. Apex Legends didn't come out a couple of weeks early because it would be Apex Legends at the Super Bowl.
Think so?
Dude, Fortnite died right after that for whatever reason,
Oh man.
and they had literally. It's like, dude, you got video game streamers at the NFL game.
The
NFL
Super
things.
Bowl brought a lot of hate on itself, and it was because they teased 5 seconds of SpongeBob's "Sweet Victory," and then they went to the other song at the halftime show.
Yeah.
Did you see that whole
No,
internet?
the halftime
There was a
show
whole
was a
internet
fucking joke,
uprising requesting to get "Sweet Victory" from the SpongeBob episode.
The internet is getting out of fucking
To
hand.
I know
internet
they're,
is out
they're
of hand.
changing.
Internet
Well, they
suck a
realized that all the like normal people in the world now would just follow the internet 2 days later. So like if you could make something stupid blow up, then it's gonna be in every Google search.
I know.
If it gets
it's
big on
so
Reddit,
fucked
it's now
up.
the
so
news.
cunty.
It's so
No, the
stupid.
Reddit,
world
the
is
Reddit's
cunty
the news.
now.
Oh, man.
I know the world is bad, and the internet is
But
bad.
like even gaming news gets like this, where
Oh,
like
gaming news
I
is
see
in a bad
shit pop
place.
up on Reddit, and then every other random feed is just sourcing what I saw as a conversation on Reddit,
yeah.
and they're like, "This is an article about this is what's going on in Destiny,"
yeah,
and it's just
like,
what people are talking about on Reddit. It's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, it is. It's Reddit becomes articles.
Yep.
Yeah, Reddit becomes articles, and you're like, okay, now we don't know who these people are. We don't know what they really have done. You could, I guess, if they drop their
And it's like the
gamer
last
tag, you could at
anonymous
least-
social network right now. It's the last
yeah,
one where you get to be anonymous.
Anonymous still, exactly.
I have
It
3
is.
accounts.
It is. It is. Reddit is, but that's what Reddit is intended to be.
I know,
and
I've
I
used
think
it for
that,
years.
And
It's
I think
great.
that it's exactly. And I think that what it's come to is a great thing too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is overly sourced.
And it's so
And-
large now that like the
Oh
people
my
who
But there
run
are
it
there are good
don't
people
know.
on
They're
there. though.
getting better at running it every day.
But there are good people on there where you
Oh,
could
yeah.
you could get information from Reddit that is article worthy, absolutely. But there's some forums where they're just like they take the string and you're like,
Yeah.
dude, this is just a fucking toxic mess thing.
Every
like,
topic has more than one sub. It has
Yeah.
subs for memes about
Right,
that one
exactly,
topic. It
right.
has subs for
It's very-
serious
right.
discussion about that topic.
Yeah.
It has
Hey.
and then there's a
everything.
blender,
And then there's the
and
general
then there's
one.
the blend of it all.
Yeah.
Exactly where
if
you're
you
like,
were just on
this
our
fucking
like,
guy's been trolling everybody from since
Oh, man.
fucking line 2
It's like-
down. It's like,
Okay.
Hey, my homie
Yeah.
just got 60 grand off of Reddit.
What do you mean?
I don't want to give him up for what he did. He just pulled a slick one. It was.
How do you
Rock.
make money off
Okay,
Reddit?
don't announce.
Because-
First of all,
cold.
just stop. Okay, just
Well, it's like-
stop because
so-
you're not going to be able to tell us.
Here's the thing.
all you're going to be able to do is say
It's
it's
through
cold.
Cash App, dog. That's how he got the money, and it worked. And his motherfucker.
Then
is-
here's the thing. Then he's getting
Wow.
into the like subs that aren't modded appropriately and just get shut down after a short period of time because they're not meeting the basic standards you have to have.
Well, 60
and like
grand later, I don't
self-promotion
think he
is
gives a
actually still a
fuck.
pretty
Like,
big
he
rule
really-
break on it.
He was out there. He literally.
Oh, people
just,
scam through every
bow,
fucking.
bow,
It's the internet,
bow.
man.
It was facials everywhere. He was
Thanks, Rocky, for your addition to our video game.
Anyways, the internet.
Conversation.
It's a dangerous place. It's also a great place.
Hey, you guys talk about Reddit, dog.
I
mean,
know.
I just was letting you know what happened on Reddit.
Reddit's huge for gaming,
It's
It
huge
is.
for getting 60
Well,
grand
it's
to do now.
but that's not what our show's about.
I'm gonna try that.
Oh,
just,
man.
Just saying.
Well, then fucking get on Reddit and make some money.
My
man.
buddy,
Whatever.
let me tell
Good
you,
luck.
he made 60 grand.
He made 60 grand.
Off
Does your
of
buddy tell the truth always?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Does your buddy have a first name?
I could say his name, but
Does
then,
your
you
buddy
know,
exist?
I guess, buddy.
I'm just curious. It's like it's story is gonna slowly walk back eventually if you try and dig.
Anyways, there has
Anyway.
always been bullshit on the internet, but now it's
Uh.
worse than ever, and
And it's better than ever.
it's better than ever. No, honestly,
It's
yes.
both always.
The internet is a great place once you know how to navigate it and receive the,
The internet
information.
is
I was
cunty.
raised by the internet
and
so
receive the
Terrible
information.
thing to say.
Um,
Sam.
I
Once you if
my
you don't
first
know about the
AOL
internet though,
screen name was Speedy13.
mine was
That's
DMK. Mine was DMK 66 or something. Like that.
Mine, who's trying to fuck with 2 C's.
You know what? That would be a girl's name at AOL in the early ages.
Yes. No, it would be a guy
were all the-
pretending
no.
to be a girl on the AOL chat.
We never knew. We
When
never
they answer
knew.
that ASL, I'm
but-
right near you, baby.
No, like
35
all the
F,
girls,
and I'm looking
all
for
the
a young
girls
man.
always had like it's just like you're thinking about the names that were created then for girls. They're just so inappropriate. They're all like cutie, hottie, or something
whatever number.
plus a number, and you're just like that's at a chat in a chat room. That's too inviting, right?
Yeah.
Even these days, right? This day, you're like, you don't want to put on that you're like, maybe if you put like hot body or something like that, you actually might be hey, I work out or I'm a gym.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like that's what you would actually do for your username. You want it to be
Yeah.
something that actually, like, is more, significance to you, not like cutie 16, sweetie pie 16 or whatever. Like those aren't good usernames now.
The
nowadays.
Turdinator,
That would be good nowadays.
76.
I think that would be good. I think that would be good.
That's actually a great name.
Where the 76
You just have to.
I don't know. Just in case you need a number.
It has to have be alphanumeric. Everybody knows.
Fallout. Because everybody loves Fallout 76.
Yeah,
I'm
that
just
was
kidding. That game was a turd.
I was about to
It's
say,
the
I tried that shit. I was
Turdinator.
My
like,
boy was.
I'm telling you, it was perfect number.
One a guy I know was IB. It was IB, an I and a B.
Yeah.
Two.
Smash it.
IB, and a 2. Okay. Quick, a 4, and then you. IB too quick for you. That was his handle, like old school AOL. And it's like, okay, that was like.
No, let's just
like-
talk about that for a minute.
I mean, I'm just saying that leads into like what you would see in like modern day usernames.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Before they were just like,
Turns out the nerds did win.
I'm gonna be, yeah, right, exactly, yeah, exactly. The internet allows the nerds to win.
The bullies are winning right now.
I don't think so. I think the internet. I think that people.
Yeah.
There's not even a lot of bullying on the internet. It's just that like
What?
people haven't learned. Okay, well, like if I can't see you,
There
if I
are
can't
people
see you,
killing themselves
if I
over
can't
this.
exactly, and that doesn't mean
You know what? Those
okay,
aren't internet folk
okay.
using our
okay.
place.
Okay. You are telling me that
Uh,
internet bullying somebody
No,
is
I'm just
responsible
kidding.
of them killing themselves. Well, how do you know that it's not like something else? That then the internet experience that they had just added to that. Because if someone can't see you or you can't see them and they're just typing some words, if someone wrote you a letter
It is
and then hand delivered it talking shit, it doesn't carry a lot of weight. I mean, like, that's a piece of paper. I'm about to burn this motherfucker.
But when you look
Okay,
at
you're a pussy because you had to write me a letter, then leave,
But it's
and I
not-
had to read it without you here.
it's not
'Cause you're
our
a
age
bitch.
group that's happening to. It's like a younger age group.
No, it's happening to our age group,
and
too.
I wanted to
There's
move into
But
it.
it's a
adults
younger
doing it,
age
too.
group that is also being raised under how important an internet identity is to a degree.
It's retarded.
And so just as much,
Excuse
it
my
becomes a part of their personal identity. And they are way
It's
more
what Elon
attached.
Musk
This-
talks
We are
about.
not, like I said, Reddit. It's an anonymous. You still have anonymity on the internet through Reddit. You make just a screen name. Where Facebook, your whole life is tied to that now. You are underage and you got a picture of you posted on Facebook and you were drinking. You just got in trouble in the real world and it actually fucks with your life now.
What?
So like,
I
yeah,
know
that
a
happened.
million
That
of these
when I
little
was in
motherfuckers
college,
out here
I had
smoking and drinking
kids.
on the internet.
I had kids in my dorm that were thrown out of the dorm because pictures of them drinking were on Facebook
That's what
and they were
did.
seen. But
Stupid motherfuckers.
exactly. But I'm just saying, like, now we're at a point where, like, imagine if that was your life from when you were born and your parents are posting pictures of you. That's how it works. So, like, it's a
Man,
whole
grown
nother
mother-
level for that
There's grown
generation.
motherfuckers
But
out
the
here
thing is
killing
that
themselves,
but
too.
so
okay.
yeah.
But the point is that that's not a person's fault. Like, dude, there's
No,
way
it's just
more
that's what the
shittier
difference is
people.
right now.
There's way more shittier people that do shitty things to people in real life. So you wouldn't be able to take that either.
Oh, shitty people everywhere.
Okay, so if you're gonna kill yourself because someone said on the internet, then that means you're gonna fucking kill yourself like 10 times. You're gonna shoot 2 bullets instead of 1. Make sure you double die if someone says it to you in person. Like, I don't get that. When someone says something to you,
Honestly,
in your person in front of you, it's because it
the
usually
internet
but
holds
it's-
more weight to people though.
It
Because
does.
That's what I'm saying.
more
stupid.
It's,
people.
it's now
Okay,
you're
talking
tied to 'em.
about a feeling versus the reality.
I'm
And
Oh,
when
yeah.
someone has
And-
a feeling that goes against what's really happening, guess what? That person's not stable in their mind because the reality and then what they think is happening to them is different. They are victimized. That's why we have issues in this country where people play the victim too much because they're overly sensitive to things that you shouldn't be sensitive to.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, someone shouting from like 30 yards away, hey, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, dude. When you get 10 feet, say it.
It's more like
You know, that's should be your response.
Fuck
but
that.
in reality,
When you get
like, someone's like, this guy
C's
called me a
Yeah.
bitch. And
But
like,
what
he's 30
Rocky's
yards
saying-
away. It doesn't mean anything. There's too much air and space.
No, I'm
between
saying-
you.
But what Rocky's saying
that
is
people
just
are
that
carry
soft.
weight.
the way you're raised,
Yeah, they're
the way
soft.
internet is treated
People
now
are soft
is
for
who
one,
you
here,
are on
let
the
me
internet
just say
is
that. You're
just the
right.
same.
You're right. People are soft, but people are not soft for being offended by what people are saying on the internet. People are soft for talking shit on the internet. People who talk shit to other people that are not in the same room as them and are not willing to back it up physically in real locations.
we're in a world
where you're
where
coming
actual
from,
places, that makes you soft.
Yeah.
That makes you a bitch. And that's the truth. The internet's like that because now your opinion can be carried away can be carried aggressively. Now I can heighten my language. Now I can use curse words and capitals and shout without having to
word art.
actually deal with the person being right next to me. I don't have to
Exactly.
deal with that uncomfortableness that really takes place when
Yeah.
two people are actually like
But
that.
see,
Because you know, if you actually had
that's
problems with
whole
somebody
shit, too.
in
That's
the
what I'm
same room
saying.
with them, it's hard to even contain yourself the way that a person starts acting. And reality is human beings don't want to be in that position because you don't want to fight.
But
you
this
don't
is
want
the
to
cold
act like
part.
that.
This is what I'm saying. People feel like
But
that
that's
through
what stops
the
shit.
internet.
But you're
now,
also-
though.
What
Well,
stops people from getting fucking beat up and
it's-
killed is being in the same places. When you have to look eye to eye with the person you're about to fight, you start to go, maybe
It's
I
the
don't want to
difference
fight
to-
him.
it's the
Maybe I
difference
don't want to
of-
yell bitch at this guy.
But like take
Because I have to
school
deal with it
bullying
instantly.
what it was.
Because I have to deal with it instantly.
But take what real life school bullying was. It's
Dude,
not,
I
it's
bullied
not
some
that
of my
it's the-
best friends.
Yeah, but no, what I'm saying is that we're talking
Hey,
to the
that's just how
extreme
it
level
is,
here,
dog.
though. I know we're talking to the extreme level here.
yeah, I
So
get it.
it's one person focused on someone like regularly, but when it breaches the internet and where kids right now are in this realm where who they are online is already
This is
attached to
it.
who they are.
No,
in real
let me
life.
tell you.
And
I
so
already
when
know
someone
what it
chases
is.
them down at school,
I'm just saying.
chases them down when they're home, chases them down whenever they're connected, and now you're always connected
just
to
saying-
the internet.
And this is what
That's
makes it
where you get
wrong.
that problem.
When a motherfucker you know be like, nigga, you a bitch, you ugly motherfucker, and a nigga you don't know come in like, facts.
That's the fucking internet. That's fucked
See,
up. That's
but
fucking
that's
internet.
That
different.
shit crushes a person way more than the bully
I
saying
know.
it.
Third
It's
party.
The, nigga
The
they
third
don't
party.
know.
The third party, dude.
Well,
The third
but that's where
party.
we're at. Is when people do internet bullying, they
Oh
get like
my
a whole
God.
fucking like
Facts.
crowd of people to come and shit all over this person's
You're
internet.
inviting
life.
them. You're inviting them
But
too.
But
No.
it's like one person says, "I'm gonna fuck you over."
You're also
I'm gonna go
inviting
get
them to.
1,000 people on the internet now to come and take everything you've ever done and just shit all over it as much as they can.
Here's a great
Even if
example.
But
you
this
worked
is the
for a
thing.
business on Yelp, we could
If
shit
you
that
ever-
thing down to
if
having
you
a horrible
ever
review.
did that, you could literally try your best to troll me online, and all I would
I'm
do
not,
was
but you're a
change my
different
name
person.
to
I'm not
fuck
saying
suck
you
my dick.
specifically.
Exactly. So great. So like listen to that
You
response.
you know trolling on the internet. You were raised in that.
Okay.
But you also know anonymity on the internet.
So now when you tag me, you gotta be like, "Hey, fuck you, suck my dick."
You are not your okay. So go put your name and phone number as your tag now, and that's you being a piece of shit on the internet. It's not going to be the same. I'm saying you know anonymity. You know how to separate yourself from whoever an internet character is. And kids right now are literally raised with their entire life already projected online, so it's already connected to them. They don't have a choice in the fucking matter.
This is the problem.
They have
My
to figure
internet
that out.
life and my life is so fucked up because it's one. I'm a
Yeah, but
terrible
the
person.
thing.
Okay, well,
Rocky,
we're
you're
talking
not.
about the
You don't
good
deal
people
with.
in the world.
You don't. If
who
someone
have to
talks
deal
shit
with-
to you on the internet, you don't.
Yeah.
You just respond by talking shit. You don't take it personally. You're not beat up about it. You don't have any fucking like.
That's why I said people soft. Everybody
But
pussy.
you don't have a
now.
chip
I'm
on
saying
your
you
shoulder
can
about
also like
fucking
no one
anything.
can hunt you down in real life.
But the fact
from your
is-
Xbox screen name
is that
a lot of these kids, it's different.
the
too,
the
the
point
way it
the,
is.
the point
That's
is
what I'm
the
making
point
as
is
the
that it's that if you're talking shit to the point where someone like if you're just like send somebody a message like about them like you're a bitch or you're weak or something like I don't know you're
There's
not good at the
trash
video
talk,
game
and then there's
like,
bullying.
that's
They are
whatever
separated
exactly like
things.
yeah if you're like
That's what I'm
if you're
saying.
like fucking just tormenting this kid with fucking messages over and over
Thank
again
you.
that makes you the soft one.
A piece of
Actually,
shit.
Yes.
It makes you the bitch. It makes you the soft one. And that
Terminator 76.
it doesn't take a hard man or a person who's honorable or has dignity or integrity to fucking rifle off 30 fucking messages that don't mean shit to somebody just to ruin someone's fucking day.
Yeah.
That's my point. It takes a man, though, to confront somebody in person and then tell them exactly how you feel, willing to deal with those repercussions after, if there are any. And that's the difference with the internet and everything else.
Just shoot 30 minutes.
Yeah, because it doesn't take a lot of work. Yeah, it doesn't take a lot of work.
It
It doesn't take a lot of work. It literally is the easiest thing to do on the internet. There's what's the one website copy pasta where like it just literally is a archive of statements that you just copy and paste. So like there's like one they're like bully your friend. And you just copy and paste it, and it will be like a script of like shit talking.
Talking Reddit, there's entire subs
There's the
for
one.
shit like that
There's
too.
the one. The Navy SEAL one, where like the kid's trying to bully you, and there's a Navy SEAL response where it says like this goes through this whole spiel of like how you have the person's information, this or that, and all those things. And I'm a Navy SEAL, and all this shit. Like I've worked for the Navy SEALs for 10 years, like, and it has like these like telling like cues that are like. Damn, this guy might be telling. This guy might be fucking. This guy might be the real deal.
AI is getting real good.
It's
so
literally something.
You're also gonna be afraid of that now.
The trolls are on a whole other level. They'll literally.
It's something
hit
a guy
you
made up on the internet and sent to some troll. That guy that was trolling him.
I bet you
And now
most
you can
chat
just
support is
copy it.
AI now.
Okay, you can just.
There's trolls so raw that
Hi, my
they
name's
just be
James.
like, "Hey man,
That's my point.
You
You
can
can
be-
copy and paste your response.
they'll come in talk shit to you, and you'll talk shit back, and if you fuck them up, they'll be like, all right,
Literally,
dog."
I just thought of that. I'm gonna do
Like-
that. I'm gonna open a notepad folder
Hit
and
your
I'm just
address,
gonna.
2360 Norwood Avenue. And you be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Hit you with your address and shit like, "I'll come and fucking murder you."
I'm like, show up at my house.
They had your boy was tripping one night. He got done like that, my nigga Bradley, dog.
Yeah. No, I know. Bradley always talks about it, but it's like Bradley, you're also easily. He believes a lot of things that people tell him too.
Ooh,
He
conspiracy
really
theorist?
But
Bradley-
like, I
Bradley's
can find your
in full
IP
address.
address.
Yeah, he just
It's not
got-
Have
crazy.
we been to the moon, and what shape is the Earth? Those are my next questions.
No, it is flat.
We've been close enough to the moon to know enough about it that we
The
don't
moon
need
is
to
just
go
a
back
construct
there.
of your imagination,
And
and
the Earth is round. Period. There's no discussion of either of those things
I was being
this
an
show.
asshole.
on this show. Period.
What'd you say about the moon?
I said we've been close enough to know that we don't need to go back there ever again.
We are planning to go back there and stay there. That's actually current NASA.
I know.
News.
Only to
NASA's
shut
a
because
bunch
we're
of
building
fucking
only-
we're building a Mars
only-
station there.
only-
we're building stuff there so we can
only-
refuel and go to Mars.
only so everybody in this country, this fucking idiotic country that we live in, will shut their fucking mouths.
We need to. They need
Period.
something else to focus on, and it should be Mars.
When NASA hits up Steph
And-
Curry and drops memes and jokes to him about him fucking saying we didn't go to the moon, it just what else more do you need? A government entity that has they're fucking NASA.
we need Elon
They're
Musk
fucking NASA.
to get high with Joe
They
Rogan.
don't they don't have it's not they're not sitting on their hands.
yeah.
I'll tell you that. So they're gonna hit you up at your game with a fucking moonwalking video. Like, yeah, whatever. Say whatever you want about the videos, this or that, dude. Look at how far technology has come.
I
You have
love,
people that haven't even been alive to know about anything with
So-
TVs or video processing. All they know is 1080. All they know is 720.
These are areas
And they're
that
like,
I
"Oh,
love.
have you checked the quality of the footage?
Yeah.
It doesn't look that great. I don't know. You've only seen 720. You haven't lived in an era where you 480. You saw 480. You've never saw anything below 480. You don't even know what that is.
Standard.
You don't even know what a CRT TV is. You don't even know because you're all in LCDs and
It's
plasmas.
certain conspiracies. I love
LEDs.
watching the Joe Rogan
You know,
experience.
those things,
Do you ever watch
that shit didn't
podcast?
exist, man.
Do you ever watch him?
Ooh, Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
I love him for all of these conspiracies because he talks about how he used to be a conspiracy
Yeah,
theorist.
he'll tell you exactly
and then
how
he started
proves wrong.
researching
He
appropriately.
proved himself
yeah.
wrong. He'll tell
And
you how he proved
one
himself
of his
wrong.
best questions to most of the conspiracies is this. think about the scope of people who would have to be in on it and not break. So, like the moon.
It's unreal.
That's thousands upon thousands of humans have to all be in on it and be like, we're not going to break. We get it.
There's one
It's
video where one
definitely
guy
real.
may
Yeah,
suggest
it's like-
there's
it's impossible
a
to-
terrible suggestion and a far reach where he may be saying we didn't go. He says we haven't been there. That's what he says, and they don't even know if he's talking about the moon.
Look, that's why I love when the classic footage of Buzz Aldrin knocking that one jackass out.
It's just like
Some guy was assaulting him with like, "Why haven't you been to the moon?" type shit, and then he just
Oh yeah, I saw him. He
clocked
socked
the guy.
that fool.
Oh yeah,
that shit was
classic
funny.
Buzz. Thanks, man. You're the
saw
best.
that one.
Yeah,
That's funny.
it's
This
just
episode's
Joe
dedicated
Rogan
to
knows.
you,
He
man.
does. He actually there's footage of Joe Rogan saying where he believes that we didn't land on the moon, and then he has his ultimate, thoughts on the whole matter, and he is convinced we landed on the moon because he did the research, he looked at all the videos, he added it all up, and he did all of his own research and didn't watch any videos or listen to any other people.
Yeah.
And that's what his conclusion is on his own, is that we did. So that's what he suggests to everybody that doesn't believe it. That just don't listen to anybody else. Don't take another person's word for it. Don't watch another person's video. Do the real research. It's all there. You can go through all these. There's a lot of public records and everything about all the launches, everything that you can go back into. And there's this whole
And he also says
group of people that don't even believe we can get into like lower orbit and shit or get out of it. It's like,
yeah.
dude, we have.
There are simple science experiments
Like,
where you
come
can
on.
prove the roundness
Come
of
on.
the Earth that any child can do.
It's
There
called the
are-
shadow.
Yes.
My son calls them ghost, but he still understands the fucking concept that if he's standing here and his shadow's
also shits
projected
in
in a
his own
certain
pants
fucking
still, though,
direction.
too.
No, he doesn't shit his own.
How old is he?
Don't play.
He
John.
shits
three
in the
now.
toilet. He's 3.
He
Yeah,
shit.
he's
He's
goddamn
goddamn.
it, he's
toilet.
I thought he was for
He's
some
been
reason. I
shitting
thought he
and
was
pissing in
younger.
the toilet since
I
he was 2.
apologize. I apologize.
Since he was 2.
Take that. Walk that back.
You know?
Hey, yo.
You can say that to him. He'll fucking tell you, right, man?
That'd be funny.
Don't
as
say
hell.
that. Don't
kid's
say
great.
that to him.
Yo, Sam.
Don't
And
say
that
to him.
little ad that you threw there, though, this nigga to a funny ass level. It's like, yeah, he calls them ghosts. And he shits his pants.
No,
Right?
no, he said no. He doesn't. That's the no. That's a big no. we call that a no.
Oh, God.
Anyways, we're getting ahead of
I don't have
ourselves.
kids. Whatever.
We're getting ahead of ourselves a tad bit.
Anyways,
we're gonna
this
reel
show's
it
about
back.
video games.
Yeah, we're gonna reel it back. No, I mean it's about life. It's about everything.
we
Pop
cover 'em
culture.
all.
But no, it's all about that.
It's all about Reddit.
There's shit talking on the internet. We play our games on the internet. It follows over. There's bullying in video games. We call bullying when in reality, the person who's talking shit to you, like if they're just like talking shit, like they're like saying your game's weak or this and that, you should just be like, yo, this guy messaged me. I'm obviously doing something. Right? That's how it should be automatically. If you're getting the messages, if you're sending the messages, you're weak. If you're receiving them, you're not being bullied. You're not being bullied.
Yeah.
Someone's hitting you up for some reason, unless you did something to them, of course.
You know.
Yeah, you say
The
something
art
to
of
me,
reciprocation.
I will
Exactly.
try to make
So
you
that's what it's
destroy
about.
your
And we
own
see this
life.
If you
Xbox
teabagged him in
we
the
see it there.
game, you're asking for a message.
Oh, yeah.
So assume that a
Dude,
message
I've been
is coming.
I've been playing some comp
And
on
don't
Destiny
get pissed
2,
if there's a message.
and I've been teabagging people for sure. Oh yeah, I've been teabagging people a lot. There's a lot of douchebags that play Destiny 2. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes.
So I've been getting toxic, but once again, if you're offended by me teabagging you,
And you're like
And I haven't said
reacting to
anything
toxic
to you?
with toxic. It's like I know I'm
That's a
jumping
different
into
case.
the waste. I'm jumping into the waste right now.
That's
I'm
a
gonna
different case.
I'm gonna fuck around. Like
teabagging's not cyberbullying.
no, it isn't.
Okay,
I'm saying that if you teabag
I
though,
mean, there's
expect a
people who
message at the
say
same
it
time.
is.
teabagging acceptable. Calling somebody a bitch acceptable. Telling them they're trash acceptable.
Saying that
30
you'll fuck
messages
their mother
about-
raw.
Finding them on
Very
Facebook, not
acceptable.
acceptable.
But times 30, not acceptable. Now you're just being a punk and you're a bitch. And if you're really that upset that you took the time to send 30 messages,
Start writing something better.
No, you're.
Yeah, I don't
Try
know. You
poetry,
literally,
dog.
If
Like
you
anything.
can't send 5 messages to make a person second
need
guess
2.
their self, then you don't
I need 2.
need to be doing
I just need their response.
Yeah.
I need one to. I need one to get the initiation of the response, and then their response to get their second. That's it. That's all it takes.
Or you outdo them and you respond with like the most AI bot response possible.
Yeah.
So they think you're a bot.
I don't know.
Hey
what
baby,
Sam-
where you at?
I don't know.
And then they're just
going with this
confused.
one.
I'm going with you. Confuse the shit out of them.
Okay.
Man.
That's what. It's called. It's called the.
The guy's like,
It's called the what the
Hey,
fuck.
hey baby,
Fuck you,
where
dude.
you at?
"Fuck you, dude. You suck. You camped that corner the entire match. You're shit at this game."
And then they just think you're a
oh,
bot.
hey baby. How was last night? Was it fun for you? Last night was fun.
Hey baby, where you at? You want to come check out my campsite? And then they're like, oh man, I don't want to get near this because I'm gonna get a virus.
That's what. Oh my god.
I'll
That's
just
what-
respond, you stupid fucking fag.
No, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna send them the fucking the blanket
man.
hot girl 22 on
That's what you do,
PSN sent you a message.
Oh my
hey,
God.
I get those
I
all
just
the time
noticed.
on
I just
PlayStation,
noticed
and
that I
don't know
really
why.
really like you. Do you want to join my chat?
That's what I mean.
We can't do it here.
And then that person
there,
who just
we can
tried
talk
to
about
troll you
anything.
just got trolled because they don't know how to respond if they think they're just talking to a bot.
That's the best message. And you're like,
That's how you
some poor fucking soul, some poor piece of fucking shit out there responded to that fucking message. Like, oh my god, me? How did you know that? Oh, she's probably like, I looked up your stats and your KD is fucking sick.
Like, bitch, get out of my chat.
Oh, do you
I
stream?
say that
Are
to
you a
people I know.
streamer? That's what I'm gonna start sending to people.
How about if
I'm
you
gonna make a
invest in my
fake
stream?
account. I'm gonna
Donate
make
to my Patreon account.
I'm gonna make
and I'll
a fake
donate to
account.
yours.
And then I'm gonna start joining people's stream, and then PSN message them, and just be like, "Oh my God, you're a streamer!"
And that's how you troll.
We can't be the first people that
You
have
make
thought
a-
of this.
No,
That's
I
why
know.
the internet's fucked up. Anyways, we're taking a break.
Anyways,
That all's about the internet
when
being
we
a
come
fucked up
back,
place.
we got what? We got some Nintendo shit
We're talking
going
about
on.
Nintendo.
We got
Crackdown.
Crackdown 3.
You're gonna
little-
talk about Black Dessert.
Black
I want to say
Dessert.
that every time for some reason. I don't even know why. It's weird. And then what else? There's one other thing that we're talking about.
Shit.
Oh, we're doing
Probably
jump,
more shit, yeah.
Jump Force.
Just talk
Oh,
more shit.
damn. Yeah. I
Jump
wanna hear
Force.
more about that.
Plug Gaming, DFC Radio Network. Right after these songs.
Rastaman.
Yeah, stack that money, just money, that's money, that's money, that money, just stack that money. Yeah, stack that money, just money, that's money, that's money, that money, just stack that money. You weak hustlers just make me laugh, and I ain't fucking with it if it don't make me cash. All I do is stack money. I'm a grown ass man. This a West Coast addiction. Team on the map, bring the heat on the track, bring the fire in the booth. I'm tired of these motherfuckers lying to you. It's for the real ass hustlers who clocking that dough like Urban G. Bo, who just got home. Get your paper up. Get your paper, get your paper, get your paper, get your paper, get your paper. I hustle hard, 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 I hustle hard. Yeah, stack that money, just money, that's money, that's money, that money, just stack that money. Yeah, stack that money, just money, that's money, that's money, that money, just stack that money. I hustle harder, I got to get it. Ain't no waiting around for somebody to give it. I stand on my own too, the grind I live it. The 9 to 5 can't provide the digits. My vision's exquisite, like the stones that I wear. Got gold around my neck, got diamonds on my ear. All the whips that I own, sitting on chrome. Candy painted bike that's sitting on gold. Get your paper, 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 get your paper. paper up, get your paper up. I hustle hard, I hustle hard, I hustle hard, I hustle hard, I hustle hard. Yeah, I stack that money, just money, that's money. That's money, that money, just stack that money. Yeah, I stack that money, just money, that's money. That's money, that money.
Throwing weed up in the bag, let me get a couple mags, and we do it just like that. We some money loving freaks, so my niggas gotta eat, so we out there moving.
Get your paper up, get your paper up.
I'm stacking so much dough, I got a paper cut. I'm packing so much hay, I filled the staple up. And I don't give a fuck, you lay down for my paper chump. Yeah. The cold life that we leadin', hustle hard just to stay breathing. Jesus.
Get your paper up, get your paper up, get your paper up. I hustle hard, I hustle hard, I hustle hard, I hustle hard. Yeah, stack that money, just stack that money. Yeah, stack that money, just stack that money. Yeah, stack that money, just stack that money. Yeah, stack that money, just stack that money.
DFCRadio.com.
We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah. So big split smoker, don't need no roller. So roll my doja, I can first show ya. Big stench odor, Christmas cola. Sticky as the growers, we gon' teach more up. We gon' see more bud, pockets on forest. Yeah, they cheer for us, cause we got more of what they want in store plus. If I can't fly, I'ma puff till I soar up. Good day for 'em. The way I run these trees, you could say I run forest. Yeah, I run for it, run toward it. Haters can't ignore it, all that ladies love it. It's so euphoric, they so blatantly adore. Bumping all the cuts as we cruising to the night. Like that cut from DJ Quick, cause it's going down tonight. Just slide another split so I can hit it while I ride. And shorty looking swift, I'ma hit it while I drive. We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high.
Fire up another split. Take a hit, show life I'm fucking with. And I'd be lying if I said my life is perfect. I'm hurting inside enough for me to catch a burden. Lungs turning black, smoke till my chest is burning. Can't hold back, I'm high till the morning. We brew money, it's the only thing that levels me. You can call it remedy, but never gets the best of me. Twist to get it lifted while I'm shooting to the bitches. Got me feeling like the richest, I'm on it, so get with it. Flipping on that killer soul, smoking with it privilege. Take it high in the gifted, so don't mind if I'm tripping. Gotta keep my hustle up, so I smoke the top shell. If your lungs are strong enough, smoke with somebody else. I need that good, burning like wood should. I could wood, burn it like good wood should. High, get high, touch the sky, sky. I wanna go up, light the blunt, I wanna get high, touch the sky, I wanna go up, light the blunt,
We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. We so high, the time. We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, so fly. L code, riding down the west coast. Candy paint dripping cause I just got a fresh coat. California raised me, an LA baby. The Chevrolet raisin, scraping on Dayton's, riding down Rosecrans. Get with the program, call me the drone man, the hydros potens. Got your eyes low, lower than the ocean. Just west coasting through the coast with the potion and the best dro to smoke. The baddest bitches, girls in bikinis with ass and titties. The hustle game easy, you just can't believe till you see me on TV. Drive down the wrong street, might see the tech smoke. Hop in the ride and let's go to the west coast. This life is like a movie. You meet a model bitch, then you fuck her like a groupie. Raised. Second son to Eazy-E, so don't be amazed. Same nigga, same flow, same mind frame. I'm all about the loot cheap. Fuck minimum wage, cruising through these Cali streets, smoking on this OG. Cash rules everything around me, I need more cream. West Coast, get it in. What the fuck you think? Saying I'm riding with you, really though, this money in the bank. E3 hotter than the California forecast. Burning up these tracks, nigga, I need more cash. Yeah, I'm a bona fide hustler. Fuck with my family or cash and I'ma cut ya. Real G's get it, that's only the obvious. Go against us, you know you facing the consequence. I love my state, but I really hate the politics. Better keep stepping, buddy boy, in the pile of shit. Yeah, in a pile of shit. E3, get it in, nigga, I'm live as shit. 3, 2, 1. As the world keeps spinning, like gold 100 spokes, engine running, Chevy gunning down the coast. Just let it roll. Who doesn't love to see a 6-4 hop down the block, banging Eazy-E and Pop? Motherfuck the cops. Got drove in my ride, but I ain't even tripping. It was another summer night and about to get the dipping. California A got some beautiful women. Gotta see it for yourself. It's such a beautiful vision. Palm trees, palm weed. Won't you ride with me? West Coast in, floating through these Cali streets, cruising down the boulevard in the late night. Sunset to the daylight, we take flight. Lights, camera, action, fast cars and jewelry, models and groupies. We filming a movie. It's a motion picture, everybody's a celebrity. Won't you take a picture? It's a motion picture, everybody's a celebrity. Won't you take a picture? Latin girls, Asians, black girls, Jamaicans, white girls, they all on vacation. Pop another bottle, yeah, we buy 'em by the cases and we spinning big faces. you do it, like the way you move it. Pop it back, drop it fast like there's nothing to it. Rock that swag, she make it clap for me. Don't get mad, she make it dance for me. And that's real talk, ain't nothing fake about it. She let them skills talk, nothing to say about it. Yeah, girl, you know you got it. Jam, girl, shake your body. The way that I talk got you going crazy. The way that you walk got me so anxious. Take it slow, baby, don't waste it. Space age stroll is what we blazing. Yeah, girl, work that body. Yeah, girl, work that body. Jam, girl, swerve that body. Don't hurt nobody. Yeah, girl, work that body. Yeah, girl, work that body. Jam, girl, swerve that body. Don't hurt nobody.
Whole shit don't hurt nobody. If you open up them legs, I'm gon' murk that body. There's something hard in my jeans like I'm back in the chrome. Now I'm all up in that ass like the back of a thong. Ha, let's get nasty, I'ma get behind you. Bust that pussy open, let me look all inside you. Bomb dick, yeah, that's what I'm delivering. I'ma stroke the coochie till it starts shivering. I'm a monster in the sheets just to warn y'all. You fucking with me, you fucking like a porn star. Ha, and that's until I get my nut off. Y'all know my motto, fuck me or fuck off. We wetting up the bed, sweating all in the sheets. Sit that ass on my face, make that pussy my feast. I'm a sexaholic, baby, they ain't fucking with me. Take a picture, say cheese, I'm getting ready to ski.
Yeah, girl, work that body. Yeah, girl, work that body. Jam, girl, swerve that body. Don't hurt nobody. Yeah, girl, work that body. Yeah, girl, work that body. Jam, girl, swerve that body. Don't hurt nobody.
It's a server thing. That's not gonna
It's
last
a new game thing. And as you put it, it's technically not out yet. So what we've been talking about at the break there was a little bit of Anthem. This game, the game comes out on the 22nd, but officially.
It's been
But
out since
some
15th.
people get to play
been
since the 15th.
So 4 days,
Yeah.
3 full days.
But we do. So is it? It's for sure there is a day one patch though.
Yeah. So apparently there's a day one patch that happens on almost all games that we.
I mean, I
we
bet
know
you
of because
anything we played during the beta is
the
part of the day one
developers are
patch.
playing this game when we would for instance, basically what I just thought of this too is that's how I look at it. This is the same world the developers have been playing online. And how they've been experiencing the game because they're still playing it. The game's active. Their servers are active.
Yeah.
Even when, for instance, Destiny, when it launched, there were people already had been in the servers playing it. A lot of them developers. They have experience in the world.
A lot of games now have achievements for doing something with a developer. I like that. That's
so they're experiencing it, so they know.
Yeah.
And the developer obviously doesn't have to provide feedback to the world. About the shortcomings of the game. So since we got this early premiere, that's what we've been getting is a bunch of feedback from gamers that have been, YouTubers and
it's
Twitchers.
been a mixed bag.
I don't know.
It's actually been on the negative side for the most
I was
part.
going to say it's been negative.
I mean,
but
well,
not in terms of it's the VIP demo all over again.
And what
It's not in
so
terms of
the
gameplay.
reviews I've really seen haven't focused on a full review of the whole game.
Yeah.
It's more just reviewing what they feel like things are going to be or what issues are or what changes are from the beta.
Dado
'Cause,
says he's releasing something very soon.
Okay, cool.
So we'll have a full video, not in someone's stream, an actual video dedicated to it. Hopefully maybe today or tomorrow.
Everything's more consistent. That's one big thing
I don't
there.
know the man's schedule.
But they have some
I'll have it
serious
tomorrow.
flaws right now.
What?
I'm getting it early, dog. I'm paying
Oh, the game?
Hell yeah.
I haven't got
Yeah, you can go get the actual disc. Hopefully we can get it early. I'll go get it with you.
Yeah.
I'll probably know before you because I usually do.
Yeah.
Because the day of,
But-
Rocky tends to just, oh, yeah, that did come out today. We have to go get that. You're supposed to be my guy
Yeah.
telling me this stuff, Rocky.
Hey, but I ain't been on social media as hard as I normally am.
Well, it's so. Let's see. What's the big? Here's the big issue: is how teams.
You can't
work.
get in the game.
No, that's been fine, I thought.
That's for some, and then for some, it like an unusually large population have
It's still the same problems from the beta.
cannot get in, not infinite loading screen. They'll load in and then get kicked. Load in, then get kicked. Or they're load in and they're super glitchy.
Okay.
And it's literally the game's broken. It's not playable.
So you're going to have a variety of that right now. But the big issue that I have seen that is actually like a gameplay issue is this. How it puts you in a team. Because, like, say you jump into a game for free, or, like, just on your own, you're going to free roam or whatever, or you're doing any of the missions. You will match you with the team, so you're with 4. If you die during that game, you are dead until someone brings you back.
Oh,
if
and then
you
can't
have,
even
if
rely
you are
on
solo,
them.
then you're relying on people that just
so
run
it's
forward.
It's totally.
The other issue that comes with that
like,
is
we're
people
gonna
run so
matchmake
far
you, but we're
forward,
gonna
you get
fuck
auto
you.
teleported a lot. So you'll just get random loading screened in the middle of you killing shit.
That happens, and
So,
that's an unfortunate.
but it's way
thing with
worse.
that.
It's a problem level in this.
So it's just so happening so much.
And if you die, say you did 99% of the damage on a Titan, and then you die, and then it dies, and you don't get any of the loot because nothing picks it up for you. Done, and it's like you're very reliant on that, and you can't.
That's
even,
kind of hardcore.
Here's where it's worse: if you're lying there dead and your teams run off, you can't just quit.
And come back.
You actually have to hard shut down the game. Like, you have to go to the home screen, close the game, start
That's
completely
broken.
over. This is a big
That can't be
issue
how it's
right now.
intended.
It probably isn't. It's
just-
it sounds like a lot of weird team issues coming
That
together.
level of but like that level of like not being in sync with like how games are played, like that I'm at a match-made game and I'm at the will of who I was matched with.
Yeah, they did not.
So it's either that they need to do what Destiny's approach was and then lock those types of games where you're like, hey, you can't come back unless you're rezzed by a teammate. That needs to be non-matchmaking, parties only, or solo. So you understand that.
Yeah, it's just
Okay, it's built into the rules. No, there's no one that ever said it to you.
Yeah.
But you just can't get to that point
and
because that's bullshit.
It does
That's
show that
bullshit.
they clearly missed like
That's a big.
what happens if you have a bunch of solos playing together. They did not
Yeah.
really put enough focus into that area.
And there's not a whole lot of focus on literally, it says play with people.
now
And then it's group, but it does not put in a huge emphasis on, make sure that they're your close friends or this or that. And that's
So,
kind of scary because
hopefully
the
they
game's
fix
not
that
hard.
quick.
The game's not easy.
yeah.
So you're dying, I imagine, a lot. And then you're just like, that's like in a battle royale. When you get knocked, you see your butt, the guy that's supposed to be, on your
Especially
team,
like
and you
Apex,
see
where
him
you can
running
be
the
brought
other
back
way.
and
No.
You see him running the other way, and you see his arrow point the other direction. You already know to hit pause and fucking back out because he's not coming to get you.
Dog, on Anthem, though, when I was playing, people would pick you up. Like, if you got dropped, they would pick you up.
For when
Well,
we
this is-
got those
but-
little slivers of that experience, for sure. But like,
yeah, it was
what
a
about
different
every
thing.
other experience?
It's
What
been
about
a
on the
regular
most
issue on
important-
this.
What about on the most important experience when that doesn't happen?
The other
When it's
part
most
of
likely
it,
to. When you're like, oh,
Yeah.
there's that fucking high tier loot that I need to go grab. Da da da. As soon as this guy reses me, here he comes. Okay, no, oh, he didn't res me.
Ran
All
right past
da, da,
me.
da.
That
He just-
son of a bit. No.
and then he died.
Yeah.
And you're like, all you had to do is res me because then I would be alive too. That's like the biggest thing. It's like the res is so powerful. The resurrection of a life is so powerful. Do not undermine it.
No, I agree.
Do not
100%.
pass the orb. Do not pass the fucking cue that says revive. Man, you hit that shit. You bring your teammate back and increase your chances of survival.
Oh, God.
and I
loot.
drop Rift. Boom.
See,
Heal,
yeah, Destiny, that's where
live.
even that there's a lack of reviving teammates in general in these team games.
For us as a squad, that's the one thing we had down, right, Rocky?
Hey, nobody res.
Cheers to Rock.
Nobody.
Like, he gets mad props when
Nobody
it comes to the
got
res
your res.
games.
Nobody got your res like my man Rocky. Nobody. He has map awareness.
Listen
is
to any
par-
of our episodes. It comes
par-
up.
Somehow his map awareness is amazing because he's asleep and he's reviving you. Because there's several occasions we'd be fucking playing, and I'd be like, "Fuck, I'm dead." I'm like, "Damn, Rock? Is Rock here?
We had already given up on.
Rock
He
here?
hadn't been responding.
Is Rock
He
here?
was
What's
asleep.
going on?
His character was just standing
God
there.
damn it, we died. Wait, no, I'm rest, I'm back. What just happened? And then Rock's character's just like literally into a wall, like bumping into the wall just over and over again. And you're like, what is going on? Did he rested me? I'm alive. Okay. Killing people. And then Rock would be like, whoa. Huh? What's up? What's up? Oh, okay. Rock, were you sleeping? Oh, yeah, dog. I just woke up. Like, wait, what? You just woke up? You just revived me, and we are now alive and about to win this game. And like, what do you mean? No, dog, I was asleep. Like, Rock, you couldn't have been. No, I was asleep.
Dog.
Like you were the only one alive on the team, and you brought us back.
And literally, your guy will get res.
OG death dealer saved your fucking life.
What will happen? What will happen will be that's what the other one. You'll be playing. You'll hear you'll hear. And be, oh, I just dropped my controller. I was asleep. It's just like, damn, Rock. Okay. Okay, right. You know you just revived us. So, like, were you sure you were asleep? Yeah, dog. I've been asleep this whole time. Like, okay, we've been playing
What happened?
for a while.
We were on the loading screen. That's what I remember.
It's the most amazing thing. Sam was the one that realized that he was sleep resing. Because it was just like, you just said you were sleeping, but like, we were both dead and someone revived us. And like, there's only 3 allowed in on the fire team. Rock's been asleep.
I don't know. Maybe
We were both dead.
Maybe that.
He just is literally hitting a direction and square at the same time. Just passed out though. Awesome.
Perfect.
Hey,
Awesome.
man.
The sleep res, dude. I
Gotta
love it.
do
Those
it,
were the
dog.
days. We can't get any days like that though, dude. I can't
No.
can't
Now
even
we
run
have
a
to
strike with
2-man
my
the
boys.
Nightfall so we can
I
get
know.
that bow.
I know.
You had to
Can't
tweet
even run a
that.
strike with my boys, so well, you know. That's how
I
it
got
is.
y'all.
No, it's okay.
man.
That was a joke.
Hey, I haven't deleted it, and I've been deleting shit, dog.
You had to
not
2-man the
deleted it.
Nightfall.
Just saying, man.
So I'll play.
Anyways.
Just saying, man.
Just been, a nigga been tired. man.
Anthem. It's
Yeah, Anthem
Layton
is
we're what we're doing is pretty much waiting for it to come out. We'll see on the 22nd what it looks like.
we're playing it.
I'll have
playing
it
I
early.
can't wait for this game. And to me, the worst case it's going to go through is what Sea of Thieves did, which is the game launched with a very empty game, and then they just slowly added more elements, and now it's a great thing to do.
Yeah, people have been saying the content won't hold up. And
It's
that,
all free add-ons. They intend
but they're
to
just
make this a
saying
world they
that the
develop.
initial content for your $60 delivery isn't
Ain't
that great.
good. They also say, so the other thing I hear is
They're still
they've
gonna
only
get
seen
my
so
money.
much of the gear, I guess, because the custom
They're
gear
gonna
that's
get
available doesn't look that
$47
special. But here's something that's pretty clutch. Before, when that leak happened, and they were like, "All right, so roughly it's going to be about $20 for a skin." It's $8.50 for a skin.
Yeah,
now.
but I'll just be earning
So,
mine because I'm a fucking
you're right.
grinder.
You're right, but I'm saying that
So get the fuck
cost.
out.
That's
my
how much the
motherfucking face.
cost changed based on people.
And now for-
Oh, so wait a minute.
Fortnite
You don't
season
necessarily
pass
have
is
to
free,
pay
too.
for your
Well, you can
skins and
grind.
shit?
They said you can grind out the gear.
Oh,
it's just gonna
shit.
take grinding.
That's just gonna take me to that.
But-
They're
point.
basically just
You
telling
can
you they're
buy
going to
those
drop you a bunch of
materials.
common tier shit, and then eventually you'll get a
Yeah.
one a good
Yeah.
one.
But-
if you're really out there wilding, you'll get it.
if
that's
if
I'll
you
be
buy
butt
stuff,
naked.
it's not
Yeah,
as
dog.
expensive.
Georgia
Butt
the
naked
jungle.
wilding, dog.
Be out there, Georgia.
That means
the
that it might
jungle.
also be easier to grind out.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm with it.
It's gonna have to be really hard to grind. Like I've seen people play the game. It's not. I played Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9. Those are grindy games where you don't. There's nothing. There's no special like.
Yeah.
There's no gratification.
You're gonna go kill a bunch of level 2 boars in the woods.
Yeah, like of running a hard dungeon and like a simulated fighting process. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to be like captivated by my fucking visuals and all the other shit. This will drive me so much further in my grind. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
video games have now taken that so much to the next level to where we just relied on like solely on the quality of the story and the ease to use of the game, to where now we're just like, I need this shit to be looking great, running smoothly, fast, fucking devastating. I need powerful
High
weapons.
Motherfucking stamp.
Yeah, I need, you know what I mean? So that is no problem for grinding games nowadays. It's really not.
Yeah.
You know, they want to talk about grindy. Let's go to like
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go, dude. Pokemon
Hey, but,
Go.
So
Pokemon.
even with that,
Let's go talk about
there's
Pokemon
the
for
whole
Game Boy.
strat. You know what you do
know?
is you save up all the candies that are like the cheap Pokemon, like Rattatas and
Yeah.
shit, that are only 12 to evolve, and you get 500 XP for the evolve.
Right.
So you save up a bunch of them with all the candies,
Yep.
and once you get like 70 to 100 of them ready to go,
Yeah.
you pop a lucky egg for the 30 minutes of double XP,
Right.
and you evolve all those, and you'll
cheating.
get just like a shitload
It's
of
cheating.
XP. It not
I know. We used to do this type of stuff all the time.
It's,
There was,
but like you were saying, it's
that's-
just there's always the way to do the grind.
Yeah.
There's always
Remember
the way to do
my,
it.
my
and
the-
it takes a lot of
remember-
grinding when you're
What
in the high
about the
levels.
chess box? Like, for whatever reason, there's always a chess box duplication method.
Yeah.
Right? There was one in Pokemon where we could duplicate like rare candies or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Super
that's-
Balls, rare candy,
and then
and clone-
even
and clone,
Bloodborne had a duplication sheet to where you could just duplicate any item. You would replace it with a stone. You go collect these pebbles. You collect like fucking ridiculous amount of pebbles, and then you empty out your box except for the item that you wanted to duplicate, the exact numbers that you had pebbles of. And then you like quit, and you have to like load up back to a certain point, and you'd go do that and go back to your box, and it would just duplicate the other item that you left in there with the pebbles. Your pebbles would be at 1, and the other item would be at like 99. So you just make as many of whatever weapon
That's
you
great.
wanted, and this is like a modern game.
Yeah. But
So
even
for, like,
Dark
whatever
Souls,
reason.
you got to
Yeah,
grind everything in Dark Souls
Resident
that way
Evil
because
was
it's just
like
sit
that
at the
too.
fire,
Yeah,
bring
right.
them all back.
But for exactly,
And
so
you know
there's
exactly
these-
who to kill, and
there's
you just
these-
grind out
right,
all
there's
these different
like,
fucking
yeah,
things.
Well, that's the grind.
It's the grind.
It's an exploit
Look,
that you're like, okay, this is the fastest method, or this is the method.
ever since phone games started,
Destiny
ever
was the
since
loot
the
game.
Simpsons phone game where you were like, it was like a Sim City, the all of Springfield, and you were running like a little Simpsons town. And
I
they
don't
had the, like,
even know what the fuck you're talking about.
it was a phone game. But anyways, like ever since I don't know why that was a random thing. All right. But like ever since those games where it was like they started introducing the like paying to make the game move quicker and easier,
right.
was like when I realized like how many people, all the people that started gaming and didn't
They don't
figure it
know.
out the way we went through, where like games used to just be you just had to grind.
That's a good marker.
There was no money about it.
yeah.
But it was just like it was just money for the
Yeah,
grind. I
that's a
didn't
good
play
marker.
the Simpsons game. It was my roommate who was playing it.
No,
but he was talking about the money in it.
The game for me
and
was
spending things, and I'm like, but that's just doing grinding.
Clash of Clans.
Okay, so at the same
Yeah.
time, yeah.
So like literally, I had the dopest fucking castle ever. I spent $5 because
Yeah.
I was like, oh okay, like
Because there was like a box deal or something.
Hey.
yeah,
I've never done this.
I've
Boom.
done that. All
Cool.
my games get that occasionally.
Okay,
yeah.
and then I was like, wait, what? I was like, what? I only got 4 fucking these fucking dragon walls. Like, what's
Thank you
up? My
for
dragon
saying
crystal
this.
walls was $5. I was like, I've done more than that in fucking like 3 raids. Like, and then this was before you could even team up and like join people and like have a chat and shit. This was when you were just fucking roughing it by yourself. You're like, I'm gonna go fucking raid this guy and see what he's got. I might lose, but I'm gonna get some gold out of it, and I'm gonna go back to my base and then harvest that, and I'm gonna build up my forces. And I'm gonna attack again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this was back in the day. And then I was like realizing like I would go hit these people up and destroy them and be like, they don't know how to play the game. But he has gold walls. He has like, you go to attack and you're like, whoa, maybe I shouldn't have done this. Like, this guy's going to, you know, he's going to have this shit set up properly.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You don't even have a defense on your south wall, or, you know, like sending them all back there. Like, this guy didn't even set this shit up because he paid.
Yeah.
And then now now he'll set it up because I just went in there and ruined it. You know, I raided him.
Even like for the
But,
grind in Neverwinter.
Like, I didn't
Same
understand
kind of
that, you know. But you could go to my ship, my little rinky-dink, small little place, And I never got fucked up because I knew. I played the fucking game. I didn't have a bunch of, my walls were like.
And you knew how to just play it to earn the things and
yeah,
go through the grind.
like I got taken out sometimes, but I always came out better than
The Simpsons
what I was.
comes to mind because that one when it was designed.
No, I'm just saying what showed me that difference of like, hey, these guys are paying. These are paying.
Yeah.
And these are not. And it's like, do you still see the same today? Destiny 2. Do you see the guy in PvP with Luna's Howl? And you're like, I just destroyed this guy, and he's got Lunas. And then you're like, see the guy who really earned the Lunas, and he like two taps you, and you're like, I didn't even move. Yeah. Like, okay.
Well, it's like
you're the guy.
Clash of Clans is a great example that
like,
The Simpsons was
one guy
why
paid,
I used that like example.
Skill,
is as you scale up, the higher tier things take. Just there's no skill difference to build a gold wall versus a brick wall.
Right.
It's just that it's
exactly
3 days now instead
Luna's
of
Howl
an
acquiring
hour.
it doesn't have there's not a difference in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Exactly.
And so like but that's what I mean with like the difference of the money versus the grind and seeing that difference develop. Because like I grew up with the grind. I knew how to just like wait it out or do the appropriate
We
steps
didn't have the option
max
to.
efficiency.
You didn't
shit.
have option 2.
Yeah. You didn't have an
You were
option to at
forced.
first.
You
So
were
now that they
forced to.
introduced an option to, I'm like, but that's just playing the game. Now I don't play the game as much to have what I want.
If there was like an extreme
why
value,
am I playing this game then?
don't get me wrong. That's what they're trying to find out now.
Oh yeah,
is how we give this perceived value to a subscription or something like that, like the Battle Pass.
But that's where I'm okay with Anthem being.
Where they're like,
that
oh, you're getting more out of it.
I think I'll still get my $60 worth, even with what the game is now. And
If
easily,
if it's got a 10-hour,
they are
going to
earn any more money out of me.
If it's got an 8.6 to, I would hope to 10. I know it's not that long. I know it has to be within that many hours. It's probably shorter. If it's in there for the story, and then the end game is, basically I say if I can put 100 hours in, it's worth $60.
Yeah.
Depending on the game. There's some games obviously like that.
But this game has a lot of discovery about it.
You
so
don't worry about the $60. There's certain games whether you're like, they're like I have to have it. Anthem's a new IP. We don't know a lot about it. We know a lot about BioWare. We know a lot about EA. So it gives us some sort of insight on this purchase.
But we
don't know about the IP. So yeah, if I get 100 hours out of it, this type of game, I'll say then that's what would qualify.
I think that's a good bar to set. 100 hours for like a
real
gamer.
Crazy.
But
I know people that are gamers that like I'm like you've never played a video game because you've never played a game for 100 hours.
If you play the same game for 2 months, then you're gonna put 100 hours in.
If you die playing
if that's a regular game you're playing,
a video game with the controller in your hand, that makes you legend. Just wanted to throw that out there.
We can set goals.
I just wanted to put that out there since we were just talking about, what makes you a gamer and everything, how many hours.
If you
just
cannot even be conscious anymore and you are still playing your role for the squad.
He wins it. Yeah, Rock literally sets the standard.
Motherfucker, world's best.
Someone's
in
gonna.
The house
someone next
every
person
week with us.
Someone comes up to me and they're like, "Yeah, I'm a gamer.
Set in this thing.
I fucking play games, or I fucking slap at Fortnite." Da da da. I'm be like, "Do you res in your sleep?" And then they're gonna be like, "What?" I'm like, exactly. Get the fuck out of my face.
You ain't no OG
dude. You
death
don't even
dealer.
fucking play video games, and you're not invited to my Discord. All right, let's take a little break here, and then let's come back and finish this.
All right, when we come back, we got
we're gonna
Nintendo
do Crackdown. Nintendo, your little schlibble,
There he
whatever
is.
that is
Let's
of
Black Desert.
Black Desert.
It looked pretty,
And
but it's a
some
weird,
Jump Force
weird thing.
shenanigans. We got a little bit of impressions on Jump Force. Jump Force is easy peasy. It's there's not so much to it, and we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Right after these jams, the Plug Gaming, DFCRadio.com.
Get off my tailcoat, get off addiction, team full of mean niggas, team green like it's Listerine. Don't cross the squad, man, we get them off, man. We on the front court shooting, you just a ball fan. I'm on the top back, y'all do it all bad. Grind on the regular, tough competitors, all bad. test the team, homie. Watch you fall flat. Don't want the fame, but the change, I need all that. Hustlers get your guap up, rappers get your props up. Cause sky is the limit and we got heaven on lock up. Back down to earth, street swerving down Atlantic. Long Beach riding to death, we straight smashing. This is for my family, this is for the masses. This ADX anthem in case anyone asks me. Oh, taking this shit head on, head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no rockets. Tell me who won it with these shots up, boys. We stay hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life on the life. And niggas don't want no rockets. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we stay hustling.
Hey, I rep my team, rep my city, and rep my scene. D, I'm down for mine, on the grind all the time, like overtime. X, I ride to the death, can't do it like this, so don't try to step. Can't move it like this, so don't try to test. Got shotters on the side of me, right in my left, cause we do it so swift, we do it so sick, and we ain't gonna stop. We got money to get, we got honeys to flip, got the streets on lockdown, so why would we stop now? We holding the spot down. Sour diesel Hennessy, a bad bitch next to me, ADX teaming, going down up in history. Do it to the death of me, so ain't nothing left of me. Dumping off the weaponry, hold it down for centuries.
Oh, taking this shit head on, head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no rockets. Tell me who won it with these shots up, boys. We stay hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life on the life. And niggas don't want no rockets. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we stay hustling.
Bonafide hustler, stay up in the street, grinding all day and all night so we can eat. Roll up on your homies like niggas, stick 'em up. Now bags in the stash in the back of the truck. Pounds of the diesel, throw it in the air. Tipping in the seat for my niggas who ain't here. Back on my feet after shedding a few tears. Give me 2 years stacked up with a few mil. Niggas locked up, but the homies still here. Rapping ADX fresh in the full gear. Killing the recession, puffing on the chop. Teddy Brock shot, killing blue clocks. Haters got no idea you ain't ready. It'll be a sad song if you niggas test me. Them niggas trying to send 100 cops to come get me. Gibbo sprayed a couple shots and told them bitches come catch me.
Oh, taking this shit head on, head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no rockets. Tell me who won it with these shots up, boys. We stay hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life on the life. And niggas don't want no rockets. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we stay hustling. 900 sitting on golden wheels. Chrome engraving, give my bones a chill. All the lovely ladies wanna know the feel, cause I got a lot of danger and sex appeal. Got the Katie on the bike, and it shine at night. Remind me of my diamonds, shine that bright. She wanna feel the power between the wheels.
Come on, baby girl, let me show you the deal. You can see I'm a rider, I'm a night rider, low profiler, glide on them tires. You ain't seeing nothing till you see me flying by. In the fast lane, stunting in the fast lane, gunning. The rush and the thrill is a thrust and peel. Takes skills to ride, cause it's custom built. Yeah, right down the highway. I'm in my zone, get out of my way. I'm in the zone. 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 S-T-U-N-T-R-I-D-E. That's how it is. I'm in the zone. 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 Bottle off the jump, I'm in control. Can't nobody stop me when I'm in my zone. Check the paint and chrome, inside and out, switching lanes as I roll. I think I take the side route. I'm running out of road, I think I'll fly south. I'm running out of drove. Yeah, this is rider season. This for the riders, no longer breathing. Now is it the lifestyle, or the way that the pipes sound, that drive these ladies crazy? The revving of the engine, got the head spinning. Ain't no telling where we go when we hit the road. Might be Las Vegas, Venice, or Melrose. Or we can hit the coast and take a little trip down to San Diego. I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone. S-T-U-N-T-R-I-D-E. That's how it is. I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone.
DFCRadio.com.
Riding through the city, bad bitch with me, stunning shades on, feeling like I'm with it. Riding through the city, bad bitch with me, stunning shades on, feeling like I'm with it. I be riding through the city, riding through the city, riding through the city, riding through the city.
Lord, it's BZ. Look, hop into that all black thing on them things. Haters jaw dropping, looking strange and deranged. I'd advise them lames to remain in their lane. I'm all about my change, even though I'm paid, I never change. I diddy bop on a bad bitch, beast in it, I go sad bitch. Haters stay on that mad shit, cause ain't there bitch in here average. Riding out on that boulevard, turn your neck and I'll pull your broad. Act tough and I'll pull your card, and that's just how the game go. Ain't got no time for no lame hoes and no silly niggas. Hub City nigga, and I'm riding around with these bad hoes, and I'm starting to feel like Diddy nigga. Stunning shades on, I'm in my zone, my bitch a Diddy nigga. More hoes on my phone, hoes in my home, that's on my city nigga.
Riding through the city, bad bitch with me, stunning shades on, feeling like I'm with it. Riding through the city, bad bitch with me, stunning shades on, feeling like I'm with it. I be riding through the city, riding through the city, riding through the city, riding through the city, riding through the city.
Ay, hopping at that all black thing on them things. Haters jaw dropping, looking strange and deranged. I'd advise them lames to remain in their lane. So get up out our way, this 100 entertainment. Dollars over everything, blow cash. Crew coming through, you got no cash. Looking like them niggas that I see before. Low cash, whoa, that's too deep for 'em. Slow it down, Beezy baby. I'm just keeping it street for 'em. They knowin' now that Beezy Brazy ain't got no time for no lame hoes and no silly nigga. Hub City nigga, I'm riding around with these bad hoes and I'm starting to feel like Diddy nigga. Stunning shades on, I'm in my zone, my bitch a Diddy nigga. More hoes on my phone, hoes in my home, that's on my biddy nigga.
Riding through the city, bad bitch with me, stunning shades on, feeling like I'm with it. Riding through
Pew, 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 pew.
This show
Must
is brought
go
to
on.
you by Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Don't drink it.
It's great. This is actually one of the best cheap beers you can get.
It is.
Paps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Milwaukee's best. No,
If you're
that's actually a real beer.
look,
It's not
if you're
fake.
30 racking, go with the Blue Ribbon.
Milwaukee's best is a real beer, but this is brewed in Milwaukee, and I think it's Milwaukee's best. So that's weird. But
Call
also
it
true.
Milwaukee's better.
Okay.
Because it's better than the best.
But if you drink Milwaukee's best, you're a piece of shit. I know that because my dad drank. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. You want to go into that?
No.
Let's get on some Nintendo. How
Yeah,
about that?
Sam, take us away.
I'm gonna stroll through some crazy shit they
Actually, you
announced
got
on
us
Friday.
from. You're taking us home.
I
Take
got
us
us.
from
Let's
here to the way
just-
out.
y'all gonna
Come on.
hear this
We're
voice
gonna
for the
chime
rest
in
of the
here and there,
show.
but you got us. Go.
All right. Nintendo hit us with a great direct again. Let's start with Mario Maker 2 coming to
Dope.
Switch. I'm
Dope.
so excited about that.
It's not the dopest dope I've
It's
ever smoked.
Nope,
but
nope.
it's pretty dope.
That's just the lead off, man.
It's pretty dope.
We got okay, so on the Game Boy, we're talking classic black and white Link's Awakening.
What I was trying to say, I think
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, that's the same world as Link to the Past.
It could be there are similarities.
Like you get
about
the
it.
same
But
kind
like
of
Link's
tool, the
Awakening is
same
a story where you're
tools.
like you wake up on this island and shit because you're like in the way you're
Bro,
like
I'm up.
in the beginning you're like riding this raft and you crash and
I
you
wake up
wake
on
up on this
islands
island and the
all
whole
the
thing
time.
is like I don't know a dream or some shit. They're porting that to the Switch, but they're giving it like super cool graphics. It almost reminds me of if you played the latest Link Between Worlds. Did you ever
Great
play that
game.
one?
Great game.
So the graphic
Oh my
style of
God.
that, it's
Great
almost like
game.
that, but it is a true version of
Which
that
was
original
similar to
Game
they're
Boy
all
version.
in that little world. The same with Link's
Yeah.
to Link to the Past. They have that same sort of feel.
Yeah, so Link's Awakening. That is let's see. Let me see if they gave a date on that. I do not know. It originally came out in 93 though.
We don't need to know.
Let's see. I actually fell asleep for one part of the Nintendo Direct, and it was during totally the Fire Emblems thing. They went very in depth on Fire Emblems. The new one is called Three Houses. It's basically school focused, and you have like students from these different houses to be your different characters. I think that means too they're giving you a bit more like customization on how you develop the characters through the game rather than just choosing characters as you find them like they've always been traditionally. But I don't know, you should check it out. We got a brand new IP for Nintendo called Astral Chain. It is, I forget who the guys were, but it's going to be like a monster fighting JRPG type style. Oh no, sorry, it's an action game. So you're future cops. That's that one. We got we got Box Boy. If you played the puzzle game, the first one, we have a second one coming that is going to be a co-op version 1. It is Box Boy and Box Girl. We got Dragon Quest 11 coming to the Switch. Have you guys played any of those?
Yeah.
I never got into them.
Dragon Quest?
Dragon Quest
Yeah.
11.
Yes.
That is
Yeah.
that's a long series.
Yeah,
is.
it
Super
is.
long.
It is. That's the one that's just like
Looks
that
like
just
Dragon
came-
Ball Z.
Yeah, but it just came out for the PlayStation or just for everything. It's like, what is it called? Echoes of something age or something like that.
Oh no.
I don't know. But that game, so we're making
Dragon
it.
Quest
It is-
11.
it's
Echoes
been
of
on.
something.
Has it been on every Nintendo console now? Like, was the first one NES?
There's there's a weird era, and they could have gone back, but it's the same thing that happened with like Final Fantasy, where it's Nintendo, and then PlayStation,
Okay.
and then they went back.
Well,
So
hey, Switch has been doing that though.
So yeah, so it just mattered on like kind of there's Dragon
Yeah.
Quest installments for 3DS that are different than their normal 1 through. It was like 1 through 8 for a long time, and then a couple of them may have only been released in Japan. Where then when we get some other installments that are later that weren't released here.
Crazy.
Yeah, so it happens like that because
The Quest of Dragon Quest.
well, like sometimes just stuff doesn't transition well,
Yeah.
and there's just not much you can do about it.
And it's like some countries carry games.
Yeah, but
There's a
like,
lot of
really,
games that have been just
But it also
Japan-
comes down to where they're like, this is just doesn't work well going across to another country with a different language and everything. It's not going to fit what like in America for some reason. Asian culture, Japanese culture is popular, and they know that, and they know which ones will work.
And through
that.
time, we've just been seeing more Japanese games have been coming over.
But they
too,
know
like
that, and they know which ones work, and that's why
Yeah.
we have this huge Japanese RPG and everything else. Buddy, are you trying to show me something? Jesus Christ,
what-
dude!
is
No, it's somebody falling on a skateboard or something. What is
Oh,
it?
no.
Like, come on, dude.
Don't even look. Don't even look. Just break his phone.
It's wow.
You can't even tell.
But
it's
yeah, so
broke,
we got
though.
Dragon Quest 11
Watch
coming.
though.
It looks like cool graphics and it looks real Switch-worthy type of a game.
I mean, Dragon Quest is
Ah!
Dragon Ball Z shit.
He got you.
Gumby.
Here's that sounds gross.
But no, the thing is about that's the truth.
No, I
so,
don't want to look.
So we get different
I don't
installments
give a
of different different installments of different games even in the series. You might miss some, you might get all of them. They might come out later. That's what's happening. That's what's becoming popular now.
Well, let's talk about another popular game coming back, Tetris, in a whole new goddamn way. So they announced this that day. It came out that day. It is free to play. Tetris 99.
Tetris 99 over Apex Legends.
Oh man,
Over
entirely. It is just straight battle Tetris. If you haven't
Battle
played Battle
Royale
Tetris,
Tetris.
it's Battle Royale Tetris. Yeah.
That's literally
so. It's if you haven't played Battle Tetris, it's when you get combos, you start stacking up rows on the other player, and they have to clear rows to get rid of the meter that's filling up. Because if they take too long to start clearing rows, then it'll start adding rows at the bottom of their game, and it'll be like a row of all gray pieces except for one empty spot. And
we called this Bust-A-Move or Puzzle Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like straight puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tetris is still Tetris. They just incorporated this.
Yeah, but it's in that battle mechanic
beautiful-
where it's like, I get the combo, you get impacted.
Yeah.
This is that with 99 players, last one standing wins.
Yeah.
And because you use the D-pad to control the blocks, the two joysticks are solely purposed for who you're attacking.
Shit talking.
No, for who you're attacking. That'd be great if they added shit talking. I want mics. I want 99 mics, and then they just cut your mic as soon as you lose.
No, all they have to
That'd be the
do,
best.
all they have to do is just put you into communication with the person you're attacking.
It is so much fun, though. So, what you have for the joysticks is one of them you can literally, because you actually see, tiny little windows for every other player that's up, and then once they go out,
So you can
it'll show an
seek
X.
them out, and then it'd be like, oh, I
you
want
can.
to.
The left joystick lets you manually select which screen all your combo attacks would go towards.
Right.
The right joystick lets you hot select either.
Closest to
One of them is KOs, so whoever's closest to death.
Yeah, beautiful.
One of them is attackers, so whoever most recently attacked you.
That is great.
One of them is random,
Right.
and then the other is badges, which I think is
So
whoever
can we
just got a
make-
combo.
Is there matchmaking where we could set the rules?
So
Private
right now,
matching?
nope. There is
That would
only
be so
it is
great.
a
Randoms
super simple
only.
game.
Randoms only. Tetris 99.
Right.
Just RNG to the end.
Here's the
You're
strat.
not getting sending
I
out random
think
attacks.
the real strat is you want to start with KOs, and then once you get down to the last half or lower, you want to switch over to attackers.
Yeah.
It's start with knocking the quick people out,
yeah,
and
of
then
course.
switch to
team
defending
up,
yourself.
team up, and then go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it'll also do is if anyone's targeting you, there will be a little line. It will highlight their window and then show a little line coming towards your screen.
So you
can have
automatically know.
5 people attacking you, and you just know when you're getting a little too high, and then anyone who's got KO just highlights your screen, and you just get fucked.
Right,
It's so funny. Great game. Free to play, ton of fun, super simple. You can't even match up with your friends
getting
yet.
them into the free to play with a classic though. That's great.
Tetris Battle Royale.
That's great. Does
Fuck
it have
Fortnite. Fuck Apex Legends.
Seriously, yeah.
Fuck
Maybe
Anthem and every other game you own.
Really,
Super. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah.
but it is so good, and it's like.
How about
it's
what
great.
about just does in that installment does it come with just like a normal Tetris experience as well?
Only Tetris 99.
Okay, all
You
right.
got to be online.
It would have been
It
sweet
is-
if it gave you just a classic.
You're
Tetris
right.
as well.
There might be.
What about is that
a,
on
like,
Nintendo?
There
Is
might
that
be
on
an
the
offline.
Nintendo?
There's
Is
probably a
part of the
Tetris
Nintendo?
somewhere. It's not in NES. No.
Okay.
But there's plenty of other good ones. So let's see. We got a big update for Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. That actually is like a really cool puzzle game for anyone who hasn't
Yeah,
checked
it's
it out.
incorporated as a mini game into some of the Mario games.
Yeah, and now it's like it's got a full game, and the full game was like just a really cool wander around 3D environment type levels and puzzle
it's a
stuff.
Great expansion off of the series for sure, where Toad gets his involvement and they highlight Toad and bring a different concept in, and it works, and it's.
And
like
now
I
he's
said,
going to
it's
be
like-
in Smash. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like
That'd
a
be
mini
cool.
game that was. It's
That
a mini
would be
game that
tough.
was
They
in
should put
other
Toad in.
Mario's, and they just fucking.
We're
developed
going to talk
technically
Smash. We'll
should.
finish on Smash for sure. So we can throw some speculations out there. We got Yoshi's Crafted World coming out soon, March 29th, but there is a demo for you to play now. I did play it.
I'm gonna
It
check
is
it
a
out.
really cool, cutesy game. It is definitely like a more geared for kids game.
Yeah, my
but it
son's
is,
gonna love it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have a ton of fun.
Yeah, he's gonna play it.
Everything's
tomorrow.
really cool, and it's all like it's Crafted World, so everything's like Little Big Planet miniaturized. Like you're using some cardboard and shit to do
For
everything.
sure.
It's cool. And like a lot of good hidden stuff too, where you're like looking for like secret targets and stuff. We got Damon X Machina. I'm fucking up that name, but whatever. Is coming over to Switch. They did release this thing called Prototype Missions, which is a demo, so you can try it now.
Beautiful.
Final Fantasy IX
Hell yeah.
already out.
That's what I'm
Came
talking
out that
about,
day.
dude. That's what
This
I'm
is where
talking
Nintendo's been
about.
killing it. Is they have a direct and they have shit ready to go that day.
And they've been doing that.
Yep. And 7 comes March 26th.
Yeah. Yeah, so like that's the greatest thing really. We're like we have a huge announcement in a company to these things that are available right now.
Yeah.
And like there's nothing better than that because you're like getting super stoked about listening in and getting a little bit of handle on their future. And they're like, well, you know, it's here for you now too. You know, the future. Don't wait for the future because it's here. And here's our new installment, Final Fantasy IX. That's fucking huge, and one of the best Final Fantasies sales wise.
And we're supposed to be getting 10 and 10-2 also
Yeah.
on the Switch
Yes.
later on.
And sales wise, because at that time it was a transitioning point for video games. They were moving into an era where they were more commonplace inside the household. PlayStation had been out for a while, picking up. People were buying them, more common. It was like you got a DVD or you got a VCR, you got a TV, you got a PlayStation.
Yeah.
As someone who wasn't a Final Fantasy person, the two most recommended ones are 7 and 9.
And
Eight was good,
eight
too.
is great, but it's
But it's not. I'm saying based off of
so much
my
more
perspective, of course.
for the kids.
the
for
number,
me, as a
the
kid,
top two ones that are arguably like people are like, you haven't
it's
played
like
Final
based off an
Fantasy. Okay,
orphanage
this is
and
the
all
one you need
kinds
to
of
play.
stuff.
7 is the top one still.
Yeah, 7's the best.
That is.
just
I'm
because
just saying
you-
off of what
The whole
people
squad
recommend.
was wild. That's why there was.
Literally one of the most memorable moments in video game history, top 10, is the death of Ares, which is one of the main female protagonists in Final Fantasy VII. And it's a monumental point because it does something that you never thought could happen. The hero, one of your heroes, the best person you have, dies. And you experience that in the game. Like, it's a huge part. It's part of this huge CG cinema, you know, the parts in games where you're like, oh, it's the cuts. You know what I mean? Like those were important parts. It's when you knew the story was progressing. It was like you also knew it was when you were getting better. You were going to be getting stronger. You were going to be doing all these things. Whenever there was a cutscene, you're like, dude, this is important. I got to save. It auto saves for me at this point. Da da da. You know what I mean? And you always knew when things auto save then. Because there's no such thing as autosave. Yeah. It saves because there was a cutscene.
the classic health room.
You know, right?
The room with like all the shit you need. And you're like, oh no, why do I need this?
So Final Fantasy VII was monumental in that regard, but it also created systems that weren't used in place. It was a materia system, a spell casting system, which is basically been modified into people's ability systems now is what they're just called. It's newer stuff that is done now that was created then for the game.
Now you get to experience it everywhere.
Yeah, so it's like,
honestly, I should get at least one of them and play through it on my fucking Switch now.
8 and 9.
Definitely get 7.
And 8 and 9
I gotta wait till the 26th then.
Why don't you get 9 and play it too?
That's what's good about Final Fantasy.
I don't want to get both right now.
That's what's good about Final Fantasy is
Got
that
enough
hardcore and like 7, 8, 9, even 10. The way you play the game doesn't change. Just the story, the people in it, the items, all that stuff changes. So the whole world changes, but how you play it is still the same. And that's why every Final Fantasy is different, but you don't need to play one before the other.
Good,
that's what made it dope.
Yeah. It goes in succession, but they're not like that.
Speaking of dope-ass squads, we got another video of our boys, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, the Switch exclusive.
Wait,
I can't
what?
wait. Dude, they announced this
so we're
about a couple months
installment.
ago. We're getting a
only
third
for
one.
Switch.
It's only for Switch.
So we're all on it. I'm on it.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, though, coming back.
Yeah.
They got the Guardians of the Galaxy characters. They're going to have them all.
Switch only.
And you're fighting a Thanos squad.
Switch only. That's great.
And it looks so much fun.
I'm into that.
Cannot wait. Let's see. So it's Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order.
Oh, I did see a video on that.
We also got, let's see, on this Switch announcement, we got Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, Dragon Quest Builders 2. Dead by Daylight is coming to Switch.
Ooh.
Delatrune, Grid Autosport. We got Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice is coming.
Hey, that's
to Switch.
on Game Pass on Xbox.
Awesome.
That's just incorporated.
Ready for
your
this one?
$10 a month. You get Senua's Sacrifice. It's like
Mortal Kombat 11 coming to Switch.
I told you.
That's
What?
a big move.
You guys,
You
guys,
That's
fuck
called
you
that
guys.
shit.
I didn't
Fuck
think so.
you guys.
Hey,
fuck
prop
you
for
guys.
that, prop for that.
I said that on this show. I said that, and I was like,
We
dude, they're looking.
predict
They're
the
trying to
future
get a
on
fucking
the plug.
easy rating to get it to every platform.
They did it.
And I'm telling you, there's versions probably going to be a little bit different.
The
but it's gonna
Microsoft
go.
game
That's
Unravel
about
2.
to be trash.
No, I don't think so.
Unravel 2 is coming to Switch, if you saw that one. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered is coming to Switch. And then we also got
the thing
Chocobo's
is-
Mystery Dungeon, everybody.
That's awesome. Chocobo's Mystery. I love the Chocobo dungeons.
Yeah, me too.
The developers of Bayonetta 3 are working hard on it.
Oh man, fuck Bayonetta, dog.
They announced also
Wait,
there's
go
gonna be a
back.
big
Go
yeah,
back
yeah.
two. Go back two.
What?
Two.
The
Chocobo.
Mystery Dungeon, Chocobo?
One more.
Assassin's Creed 3?
So Assassin's Creed, you laughed when you're saying that they're making that on there. On Switch.
If they can do one, they can do any of them.
Here's the thing, though. Like, you don't really realize these things like until you're on the PC. That game is one of the most demanding fucking games ever. Like,
It's probably gonna
you
run
can
at
play,
30 frames.
You can
That's
play
what- I bet you
Destiny.
they
Like
work
I
with,
can play
panic button
Destiny
again or
at
something.
80 frames, right, on ultra settings.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put in Assassin's like Odyssey Origins, and it's like I'm under 60 frames at ultra settings. Same settings I would be on at Destiny. And maybe
what
it's not
Switch
that it's
has been
maybe that
figuring
it's
out
not-
is why don't
it's
you
usually a
cap the
porting
frame
issue.
rate so you can keep consistency.
But it's
That's
usually a
smart
point.
move
Well,
for
the
them.
thing is that the point is not to cap them on PC.
Yeah,
right.
PC
but
is
the
max
but the
level.
point is on that also is that Destiny is what I would say is a demanding game.
Yeah.
And then fucking Assassin's Creed drops at 30 frames to play at the same settings. Like, that's a fucking demanding game. Or maybe it wasn't made properly or ported properly for the PC. Maybe it's better for console. I don't know. That could be what it is. But I'm just saying, that environment, everything to load in, to keep the detail, all that shit, it takes a lot. So, yeah, they got to start somewhere. Maybe they go with 3. Who knows? Yeah, the sales might not be that great because it's old, but you got to start somewhere, and it's probably better than doing the money for Odyssey.
Yeah. But hey, it is a place, and if they figure out one, they can branch to the other.
It's exactly what you said. Exactly.
Yeah. Now we've been seeing these weird teases, and it was in so Starlink came to Switch, and they came out with like the Fox levels and stuff, so you can play like Star Fox stuff and use the ship.
Yeah.
They're having so it's more Star Fox related content in their spring update, so you'll be able to actually play as Falco, Peppy, and Slippy. And you'll be taking on Starwolf. It's like a whole side
Falco here
series of missions and stuff.
Yeah, well, who remembers that? Just Falco and Slippy, just the worst squad mates.
Oh God, dog.
Ever.
Yeah.
They hardly ever got saved.
Oh man.
I'll just throw that out there right now.
Oh man. Unless they were flying directly in front of me.
Fox!
Yeah.
Fox! No!
Wait, are you saying I have to spend a whole mission where I don't have to listen to Slippy? Sweet. And then, okay, so one more. We got, where did it go? So with Super Smash Brothers, we got 3.0. 3.0 is going to be coming out. We're currently on 2.0.
Okay.
3.0 is going to be coming out as a
2.0
major update
was
this
the
spring.
PD Piranha,
Yes.
the PD
Yes.
Piranha plant.
And then
3Ps down.
they announced that we will be getting Joker, the next DLC character, by the end of April.
Who?
Joker from the Persona games
Joker?
is going to be somebody new.
It's a baby Joker? No, I'm sorry.
You could. Take it there when he comes out. He fights you in your dreams.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah. That's an interesting.
I'm excited to
That's
see how they make
interesting.
this character. We haven't seen gameplay yet.
That's interesting.
I
addition.
think 3.0 is going to have a lot of balancing. We'll probably see certain things get knocked. They also have some
when they
weird,
start
like,
nerfing and like saying,
Yeah.
"Hey,
I
you
think
had your
people,
fun."
I think after 3.0 there will be some butt hurts.
Yeah, right.
Because in 2.0 the only things they changed was like people's end lags on like aerials. So they really only
not much.
they really only focused on, for the most part, one area of the game.
Okay, yeah.
So 3.0 I think will be a bit bigger of a balance patch.
Yeah.
As for who would the next character be in Smash? Now here's the thing. Nintendo decides who it is. It's not Sakurai's decision. It's not. It is.
So it's gonna be
it is a Nintendo
Waluigi.
decision. But they are So Nintendo is very curious to do like what they've done in the past. Of like they actually want to get more creative with like who these characters are. And here's my assumption: it's always going to be to promote something to some degree.
Yeah. So you're
Now
gonna
I
be like,
think
it's
we'll
Sora.
get. I think out of 4 characters, one of them will be a classic character, kind of like Pac-Man is.
Okay.
Like I think they'll have at least one retro character in that batch. But here's a real. This is out on a limb here.
Okay.
But we have a exclusive Switch title that is a Marvel game.
Okay. Yeah.
You see where I'm going here?
Yeah.
There is
And there's
actually
nothing more-
plausibility in
There's
this.
nothing more bigger than Marvel.
And we've got the last
And we've seen
Infinity
its
Wars
success.
movie
But
coming
we've,
out.
And we've also seen
this
its
year.
success in video game crossover with Fortnite and Thanos.
Who do you think it's gonna be though?
I don't know.
Captain
but I'm
America.
just throwing that idea out there.
Captain
that
America.
They did
that-
Ryu.
there is an
I think it would be Iron
opportunity.
Man over Captain America.
I think it'd be Iron Man and they'd go Gunner probably. That's a
I
good
think-
option.
I
What if
think
it
Iron
could be
Man-
Spider-Man. He's getting
They've
around
all
more.
been in games.
It would
They've
either
all
be
been
Iron
in
Man
games.
or Wolverine.
They've-
But okay, it's how crazy is that idea though?
No.
It would be Iron Man or Wolverine.
Iron Man
Let me
or
ask you a real
Captain
question:
America.
do you want a Marvel hero? If there was only one hero, do you want a Marvel hero in Smash?
Definitely would love a Marvel hero.
I would love. I thank you.
Yeah.
I would love to see that become a thing. And they happen to already be creating characters to work in a similar format, the way Marvel Ultimate Alliance works, with how the limited movesets are. Really, it's not that hard.
Hey, realistically though, I think Cap might be the most realistic character.
That is a good.
The only reason why I say that is because
Stars and Stripes.
yeah, the shield and shit like
That
that. He wouldn't be as
element.
extra out as like, yeah, he'd probably be the most simplest person. Yeah.
But
Stars
fucking
and Stripes.
dope idea,
Or
right?
you'd probably get Black Widow because she a basic bitch too.
Just because of Bayonetta.
You just called Black Widow a basic bitch.
She bad than a
don't know.
motherfucker, you know. But I mean,
I like that speculation though. It is
Basic.
entirely my own speculation, but I see this weird plausibility of that. Like, to me, that's where your question should lie. If you're thinking about who the next characters are going to be,
Sora.
it's what's coming to the Switch.
Sora.
Conveniently, we're gonna get which guy is the Assassin's Creed main in the third game?
Sora.
We're gonna get him. We technically could,
In Assassin's Creed 3?
and he'd have the hatchet, and he'd have the hidden blade, and he'd have the throwing knives.
Nah.
I know, I'm just fucking around.
He's too violent of a character.
Really, I'm just pointing out
Snake
though
was
that
violent,
honestly, if
too.
you want to
They
figure
brought
out
him in.
who the characters are going to be, think about what's coming out. The
Yeah,
Switch.
Snake smokes
There's gonna
cigarettes.
be something.
Yeah.
In game.
Yeah, but now in this one, all of his taunts are just getting in the box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, I smoke cigarettes. Yeah, smoke cigarettes. Hide into a box. Like that's great.
Yeah.
I think they also de-sexified Bayonetta a bit in this game too.
Oh, did you guys hear about? We're just switch topics real quick.
Yeah.
Apex Legends because it's so hot right now, but Bloodhound and Gibraltar are LB GT community are
Together?
no, not together. They're both part of the community.
Okay.
Bloodhound is referenced with
Bloodhound's a furry and is a wolf.
no, he's a Viking. He's a Viking hunter, but he has they pronouns.
Okay. So non-binary.
So he has non-binary pronouns. And Gibraltar has a story queue about him and his boyfriend that stole his dad's truck one day or something like that. So these weird underlying, you know,
I think it's just more normalization is all.
nuances to, you know, recognize that.
It's good.
Yeah, of
It-
course.
it's-
It's
I
good.
mean it in this
I
sense,
see
though.
the same way.
I mean, it's
But of
the
course someone out
normalization
there-
aspect of it is what is
It's
good.
you're
about
gonna
it.
say,
Bullshit.
But
you're
the
gonna-
fact
this
that
is,
any character can be any
this stuff
person.
exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like that's
But
the
no, but
idea
here,
of like
people-
of equality in
People
media.
took it the other
is-
way, and they're like, "Well,
fucking
why are they
idiots.
being so subtle? Why are they hiding it in here? Why don't they just come outright with it? Because it's a fucking
So,
video game, and
Now,
it's
every
that-
time when you start Apex Legends, there's going to be a parade during the loading screen.
Gibraltar.
But
Here
no,
we go, brothers.
It's-
No, like you're right.
They
It's
made
like-
both the
yeah.
guys gay.
well, we don't know what Bloodhound really is.
Bloodhound,
Like, really.
Bloodhound is non-binary, so just doesn't attribute to.
But he's
a
also
gender.
fully masked, fully covered. We don't know what.
Oh, he's one of those.
We don't know what
like,
Bloodhound
We're
is.
saying
looks
we're
like.
saying
I
he
don't
because
have a
we're
sex.
fucking insensitive
Yes.
to this, you know, people's pronouns.
I don't
okay?
have a sex. I am neutral.
It's
Yeah,
look, we're not here to.
that's what.
We're not here to
Yeah.
discuss the topic. We're just pointing
That's your
out it.
penis.
What I'm pointing
And I
out
can
that I
see.
like
Push
to
your dick
see.
away, man.
But it's
That's
look at
Neutral guy.
you call it a penis.
what
It's
the
just part of my
argument
body.
is
I
that's
call
an
it a
issue.
flippin' flap a little.
Where the argument falls that there's an issue is that
There's not an issue. Just people are weird.
but where people have arguments, where there is a problem to people of these communities is that they have an issue in underrepresentation. But they also tend to get
They're a
annoyed with the
minority.
let's make a whole special episode about how this one guy is
Yeah,
this.
no,
Like
you
that's
know.
not a way to do it either. They just want to be like
You'd be
any
like,
character
"Motherfucker,
could just be this. It's just
They
a normal
motherfucker.
thing.
They
is
recognized
what
it and
a lot of
incorporated
communities
it
just
deep
want.
into their story. It's literally the
It's the
identity
root of the
of
character.
the character. So like that's an ode to it because he's there, written in to the game.
Okay.
People are being weird by being like, well, why would you put it in so subtly? That's weird that you would go in and attack somebody that even fucking put it in there. about it in the first place.
You're right.
You know, like that's just unfortunate. That's how the world is.
That idiot just discovered it.
Yeah, but that's just so unfortunate.
I had no
Because
idea.
you should
and I
read
could've
more
went the
lore,
rest of my
motherfucker.
life
Yeah,
without
exactly.
knowing.
Like, and it's
Would
a
not
it's a
have
battle
bothered me.
royale where they don't have a story. So the fact that we could even find that out and that it's there is a fucking more than enough in my eyes.
Yeah.
Because literally, we could have a game like Fortnite where the characters don't have a background. They just call them a no skin.
Yeah.
That's a real character who probably has a name in Fortnite's database
And there
somewhere.
could be someone in this world who has
He's
no
just
skin and is
he's
offended
just
by that.
called a no skin. That's not creative, or intelligible, or anything.
They're insert bland
You know,
nothing characters.
yeah,
Like,
right.
They are just a digital. Even
Right.
like when you go into because Fortnite became more about the PvP than the PvE side of it,
Right.
and like PvE, you had the contractor build. You had all the bigger guys.
Right.
They're all gone in the PvP mode.
Right,
They're all the
exactly.
same model.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
it's like
That's true. It's true. No, it's true. Yeah. So you know, when people see that, unfortunately, because it is weird to them or new, there's like just one side or the other. There's no in between ground where you can just stay silent about it. You're either like, "Oh my god, good job!" Like I noticed that, or you're like, "Well, you know, they should have just outright and just came out and said it." Like, oh, okay. Well, how are they going to do that in a battle royale with the guys' one-liners?
I'd like to announce
You got your quips.
that in this game, this is a rock. This is a tree.
That's a gay man.
That's a gay man.
Yeah, like no, it's just exactly, right? Right? Like that's not what you do. That's not how you present anything.
Anyways.
So
But that's the Nintendo Direct. To circle back quick,
let's circle back.
Fucking killed it. Killed it. And if you have a Nintendo Switch, be downloading Tetris 99. It's a stupid, simple, quick game to have, and it is dope.
And yeah, let's start.
It's better than Apex
slapping
Legends.
cheeks.
Yeah. Oh man.
On Tetris.
You gotta feel the like.
On Tetris.
You're gonna try this before we leave.
Oh,
tonight.
I'm gonna try it at my home all night.
Did you say Ebola?
Now, let's. Yes, that's exactly what I was talking about.
Ebola.
Don't eat the lettuce. No, wait, that was E. coli.
It's very specific. It's just it happens to only be in the romaine.
It's
only in the
you saying
romaine.
something about Romans?
No, it's just only in the romaine lettuce. All of it.
All right. Hopefully, there's no romaine lettuce in the world of Crackdown.
Last
They're
year it
dealing
was
with
in the
bigger
spinach.
problems.
Last
aren't
year it was
they?
in the spinach. So
Yeah.
What are
You
you gonna
played
do?
some of Crackdown 3.
I did, and
I did
it
too.
is the
Did you play the
most
story at all?
ridiculous. No,
Oh
absolutely
my
not.
god, dude! This
Absolutely
story
not.
just
Let me tell you
starts
why.
off insane.
Let me tell you why.
The story
It's because I played the PvP and there's auto target.
You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
So I was like, oh, they didn't change anything.
Okay.
This is
It is
Crackdown 1.
It is everything Crackdown. If you enjoy the Crackdown model, it is a great version of that. That's what
Yeah.
it is still.
No, it
But
is.
it is the Crackdown model with chock full of Terry Crews lines.
Yeah.
And I have heard him say already 100 times, "Fuck you, Gravity," because I am a king of agility shit.
Yeah. Because you just skyrocket into the air.
Oh, I'm
no
already
problem.
like level 4. Now, what's really cool is they have the leveling system. Is like because it's still you're going around the city and you're collecting all the orbs and stuff.
Right.
But like right now, my level is like 4.08 for agility, which means I've reached level 4, and it's got a little counter right next to it of how far I am from the next level.
Right.
And it's got that for strength, shooting, agility, explosives, driving. I think those are all the tiers. But it is just everything a Crackdown game. In the first
Crackdown-
minute, you just have Terry Crews being Terry Crews, super jacked up and hype, and then points outside to the enemy you're gonna go fight, and then an explosion just comes in and he just incinerates alive. And you just see him being Terry Crews, and he just goes ha! And it just
They're like, that's as
it's
far as
in
we
Freddy
can pay him.
Krueger. Oh
That's
my
as
god,
far
it was
as we
so
can
fucking
pay
nuts.
him. He just said Freddy Krueger.
It's just straight that.
I've never heard a burnt man actually referred to as Freddy Krueger.
But if you
know that he is a burnt man,
go start the story, and that's exactly how you feel. Actually, he gets saved.
That's so great.
And you're in a tank, and you get brought back to life.
That's just great that I thought about that.
I chose him. He's like the character I started with, and as you go around the world, you find the DNA of other characters and bring them back to life because you can reprint them. Game's fucking nuts.
So my point, auto-targeting.
It is
auto-targeting in PvP. That's all I have to say.
It becomes a problem in the story because, like, fuck, there will be a guy right here I'm trying to shoot, and it'll auto-target the guy all the way over there. It sucks. But
it's a little clunky.
So the auto-targeting is wonky.
Yeah.
Beating shit down, all the guns, all the crazy shit in it.
Yeah, classic
ton of fun. All the classicness of Crackdown.
Classical.
Got a crazy story about it. It's got a cool, what's that called? Something 2077. Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
It's got that real vibe about it.
It's got
like a real Blade Runner look to the city and stuff you're in.
Correct.
It's like literally the story is about like somebody basically destroyed the world to a degree or like total blackout around the world, and one island still has power and people are being refugees coming there, and you're like one of the last surviving agents, and you're on this island and you're like trying to take down Terra Nova.
And there it is.
It's real cool. Definitely funny as shit to like have Terry Crews in all the way.
I mean, no, that's
Crackdown's already real zany with the humor.
Yeah. Well, and that's like with the auto targeting on the PvP, it falls into suit with that.
Yeah.
Where you're like, yeah, I just jumped across this huge fucking skyscraper city top and then rocket launched some guy all the way at the bottom, and it directly hit him.
Yeah. Let's talk
so
about
you're like,
PvP.
oh, that was fucking insane. So it was
we
cool.
We can shift over to that, just like how it's a different
weird.
fucking game. Did you notice that?
Yeah. You got to play two different types of games.
It's called Wrecking Mode or Wrecking Ball Mode, or something like that.
Two different modes.
Yeah.
Two different games completely.
It's two different games you download, and it is a PvP mode that the entire map is destructible.
Yeah.
You can run and just jump through glass windows whenever you want, but as you destroy the layers, entire buildings will fucking come down. And they only have two modes you play, which is basically like Destiny's, what is that mode called again? Suppression, right? No, Supremacy. Supremacy, where you have to like kill people and then pick up the thing they drop. Yeah. That's one mode. The other mode is you have to hold zones, a King of the Hill type. But literally, it's like you spawn in and you have to get to choose what your destruction weapon is, like one explosives weapon,
right,
and one regular weapon, and
everything's unlocked.
One ability. Everything's unlocked. Everyone's maxed characters.
Yeah, there's no light level unlocking weapons, nothing. You just get rocket launchers and shotguns.
Just fucking destroy the map, and it is pretty dope for that aspect.
Hey, that's tight though. You just lit.
Yeah,
they're like just get a gun and get out there and dump.
Literally,
sounds like my type
they're
of game.
They're really
dog.
cool looking maps,
but there's auto targeting.
But okay, so this game has auto targeting. In the PvP, if someone auto targets on you, you see a line directly to where that person is.
So you can dodge it or something?
No, it just shows you where they are exactly.
Oh, you're fucked.
If they are aiming
just a light, hey, you're fucked.
Well, but that means you can react and fight back. Everybody's got armor and shields and health, so it's like it's not Destiny killing. It's not two shots.
There's no dodge roll or nothing.
There is dodging in the air. There's dodging on the ground.
Yeah. Then you could dodge bullets, right?
LB is fucking reload for some reason.
You can dodge bullets if you wanted to.
That was that thing that sucks about it.
It sounds like a good game. I'm with it.
It's fun as hell. Play it. And
I'm gonna download it tonight.
Like I was telling you before the show, and for everyone out there, hopefully you're listening to this live because I'm sure this special is ending soon. It might even be tonight, a Microsoft's deal. But right now there is a deal. You can buy one, get 1 month of Xbox Live.
$53.
But it's $2 for the month. So you get 2 months for $2 of Xbox Live. And then there's also a deal where for $2 you get 2 months of Xbox Game Pass. So I had to renew my shit. I paid $4. I have 2 months of both Xbox Game Pass and Xbox Live, which means I'm going to be getting some Sea of Thieves time.
Awesome. Dude, let me know if you want to play.
I am off the next 2 days.
Yeah, I'll
so,
join
like,
up with
if
you
you
on
want to
PC.
spend because we got to put hours in to go crew up and go do the whole
I know.
game, and
So
do the game
like,
experience,
you're not
so.
trying to do it
No.
tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Let's start tomorrow night.
Deal.
Okay.
Pirates on the shore. You guys hit us up online.
Titties.
When am I on Xbox? Sam Gasm. Find me.
All right. We're gonna end it. We're gonna wrap things up here with that. Sam took
yeah.
us away with
All the
that
shit.
little fucking beautiful little insight on the Nintendo Direct. He's our Nintendo guy.
Totally. Look at this
Totally
shit.
is.
I got it right here.
He'll sell you one right now. Remember, I have clips of him telling us how he's sold over 1,000 Nintendo Switches.
Probably.
He takes it with him everywhere he goes.
I just sell everything, man.
Okay. But we'll be back next week. What are we going to be talking about? We're going to be...
We're going to play some
We're going
Anthem.
to do Sea of Thieves.
Jump
We're going to
forward.
do Anthem.
We're going to give you the
No.
late review on Sea
No.
of Thieves.
We're
'cause
going
they
to
got a lot
give
of
you...
shit going on
No,
there.
we're going to give you our experience
Yeah.
on it. Not a review, our experience.
There you go.
Our
That's what it
experience of
is.
our times
It's write your own story.
on the open waters. But big thing, big things. Anthem. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? We're
It's
going to
gonna
let
be
you
great.
know.
We're going to find
We're
out
gonna let you
for
know.
It
Rock's
sounds like-
blinded by his ambition.
It's gonna be great.
But we're gonna play Anthem, and
Shit,
we
my
are gonna
character's
play the
gonna
hell
look
out
great,
of
I'll
it.
tell
We're
you
gonna play
that,
the hell out of
no
it, and
matter
we're
what.
gonna come back on Monday and give you guys
week
our
from
honest
today.
review, thoughts, impressions, everything on Anthem. We really hope that it turns out great. We hope that this day one patch solves all the issues.
I believe in you,
We won't know.
BioWare.
We
Mass
won't know.
Effect, I think you can come back
But
from
we
it.
won't see it till then, Monday, 6 p.m. next week.
On the
And we'll be
plug.
talking Anthem right here, DFZ Radio Network. Peace out.